It's acknowledged.
All right. Hello, live stream. Hello, bootleg.
Hello, friends.
What's up, people?
We are going to attempt to conclude the Rosethorn adventure momentarily. I'm just checking. Is everyone in Roll20? Everyone's got their character sheets. People got Zoom open. People are doing a local recording of this thing, of their audio being the thing.
And I'm also recording Zoom this time.
All right.
Yep, and I've
Huzzah.
got bootlegs and map, and I think everything's going. Don't
Sorry
touch
for
anything.
anyone who was listening to last week's bootleg. We had some technical difficulties, is what the T in Total Party Kill stands for now, based on how today went and how last week went.
Technically, our party
I guess,
killed.
fortunately, last week all our difficulties were toward the beginning of a session, so we just gave up on that session and are resurrecting that now. I will ask my players to try and help me out with piecing together exactly bridging where we were before my internet imploded last week. But it looks like we've got initiative, including, you can see all the opponents in the initiative order. You see Team Goblin, you see Bugbears.
Bugbears! Those are the worst.
And Rosethorn, the leader of the Brown Leaf Goblin tribe. You see the brown leaf on the dungeon map, which is very on fire, and did elicit a lot of Canadian references. Yeah, everything else good? Anything else we need to figure out? Some people are already adjacent to goblins, some people are not. All right, I think I'm going to start the episode unless there's anything else to do.
Rock and roll.
Good.
Bootleg, this is the second episode I'm recording for today. I'm sorry for everything.
It's going to be great.
Saturday night, people. Thank you, Steve.
Saturday Snake.
Hey, we're live.
Oh, were we just
Saturday
live now?
No, I just no.
Do we have audio this time on
live from
the live stream? I know that's
Saturday. Yeah, whatever.
Are you flipping the audio switch now?
No, we've been live for a while.
He's taking care of his own jokes and the sort of
the
breakdown
reaction
of them
to my
afterward.
own jokes. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
I can do all the
just
parts
saying-
myself.
Winner.
Dan, sometimes we've been live and it's just been video and not audio. So
I tested
not-
the stream
That's
this
true.
time. It's good.
okay.
It happens on
How many?
Clockwise sometimes too.
Yeah.
No,
well,
you guys are.
there's no
Clockwise
video
is
on
right there.
Clockwise. If there's suddenly mysterious video on Clockwise, we have done something very wrong.
I mean, that's a professional
Wait,
podcast.
you don't know about the video, Dan?
Uh-oh.
Dan, is anyone actually watching?
There are 11 people.
Oh wow! I wonder if any of them.
Saturday night.
18 people. Yeah. What were you gonna do? I already watched one episode of Star Trek Discovery today. I have nothing else to do with my Saturday night, so you know.
Oh God, did you skip the intro music?
No, I
like
listen
the
to
intro
Oh,
music for
no.
Discovery.
Yeah, I kind of like the intro music.
Oh wait, Discovery.
Not
Okay.
Enterprise.
Not you.
Not
Oh,
Enterprise.
Enterprise.
The key when you're watching Enterprise is to skip the whole episode, Mike.
Or the series.
I've only seen half an episode of Enterprise, so I did not make it through the pilot. So
all of it.
The last season is when it finally starts to get good, and then they were like, "We're canceling that."
So what? I only have to like throw away 44 hours of my life to get to that. I'll do that, but
Tony,
I am
Tony.
doing.
Welcome to Total Party Trek.
Random party trek.
I am doing a
Party
full.
Trek.
I'm telling you, I'm doing a full search.
Random Trek kill.
I'm
doing
in.
a full search.
doing a
what?
full Star Trek rewatch.
Trek.
We are up to toward the end of TNG, where TNG and Deep Space Nine were airing at the same time, so
Uh-huh.
we're interleaving episodes.
Oh my gosh, you're committed.
And then, but I still then have a lot of
should
Deep
you?
Space Nine.
Party
I will
kill.
then watch. I then will
Trek
probably
party
watch
kill.
Voyager, most of which I've not seen before.
And you
And
say hello,
maybe
nerds,
if I'm
to
still
other
alive.
people.
You must.
I am greeting you. I recognize game recognize
Welcoming
games,
you
Steve.
to his circle.
I never hear you say hello, fellow nerds.
Oh, it's implied.
Oh.
Hello, fellow nerds. All right, and with that, we'll start the episode.
I still have questions.
Stop
but I can
talking
wait.
about Star Trek. We're
Do you-
talking about
All right,
D&D.
hold on,
Yeah,
hold,
nerds.
hold on.
Micah, if
hold
you
on.
want to get answers to questions such as these, we have to start the episode.
I just need to know if you want to die having not watched all of the Trek that's available.
Okay, but
Wait,
I'm
what?
not gonna watch.
I think
the
there was a
animated
double
First of all,
negative in
series.
is that a
I've
threat?
seen the
Are you
animated
threatening
series.
him?
Yeah.
Sounds like it.
Are you
That's a
going
nice
to
life
die
you have
now?
there. Should
Yeah.
have finished Star Trek.
I guess he doesn't like being looped in with nerds like Tony.
I guess. Look,
Fellow
all
nerds
I'm
set him
saying
off.
is you should not die having not seen all of it. Yes, and that
You
includes
should
the
not
animated
die
series.
not having. not
Basically, he's
seen
saying
not
you got to watch it
all
all.
of it.
You got to watch it
Yeah.
all.
Oh,
There you
well,
go.
I'm doing that. I'm on my way.
It's like
Good.
Pokemon, but
That's what I was
It's a-
asking.
Star
I
Trek.
didn't know if you were saying you were doing a complete rewatch, but you were actually lying about doing a complete
No,
rewatch.
I'm doing a complete rewatch that we started years ago and are slow going. But we have watched, I don't know, what, 3 seasons of TOS, all the original movies, 6.5 seasons of TNG, and 2 seasons of Deep Space Nine so far. I think we're doing okay.
Incidentally, this is great stalling because we're up to
I'm pacing
15
myself.
people now, I think.
Yeah, this is what people tune in for, is for
Right.
Micah to harangue me about Star Trek. I don't know. This is
They
this
tune
is the
in
contest.
for all of us to harangue you.
Total
think if you
Trek
weren't-
harangue.
If you weren't tuning in live and you were just watching the carefully edited videos we release later, you'd miss all this.
Carefully
So,
edited.
Is
carefully.
Harang one of the Klingons in TNG? Or
Yes.
not familiar with that character.
It's my favorite kind of
Sounds more
pie.
Ferengi, doesn't
Corporal
it?
harangue.
Jesus.
A day is a good day to harangue.
We just watched the Deep Space Nine episode that has all the 3 major Klingon villains from original series back.
Oh, that one's
Oh,
fun.
that's a good one.
Yeah, I like
That's a
that.
good one.
episode.
No explanation given for why they don't look the same, but
All
They
right, well
don't
now
talk
since
about it, Tony.
since we've been sitting here, both of the cats have come in and taken a dump behind me, so we're ready to start anytime.
all right. That stream is on. Welcome back to Total Party Kill. Hello, fellow nerds. It's me, Tony Sindelar, a dungeon master. This is the second Total Party Kill session I'm recording today, as I record this on a day that I won't name, but you can figure it out. We are today hopefully concluding, at least continuing, the adventures of the mini adventure Rosethorn from the collection of fantastic adventures put out by the Sly Flourish website. I will introduce the players, they will introduce their characters, and then I will give you a quick recap of the events that have led us to today's adventure. Our adventurers today introduced in initiative order because that's right, we join them mid-battle. I'll even introduce the bad guys. That's how great a dungeon master I am. First
In
up,
media
everybody,
res.
a hand for Team Goblin.
Boo.
the only one clapping.
Boo.
They are supposed to have home team advantage. You're fighting them in their house.
They
Team
don't need our
Goblin
cheers.
is formed of the most intrepid surviving members of the Brownleaf Goblin tribe that you have not already murdered previously in this adventure.
Skip to
They
the end?
feature names such as, okay, moving on. Next up, one of your favorite Canadians, one of your biffiest biffs, it's Guy English.
Hi. I kind of hoped we were just going to keep talking about Star Trek because I'm going to get shoved in the back by a goblin right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm playing Oli McRegent, a human fighter with a bow and arrow and some other weapons to punch people with.
Yeah. And how? Next up, it is the as yet unintroduced, but I guess their fight music is playing. Team Bugbear. Very soon you will become acquainted with the works, the successes, the failures that are Whisper the Bugbear and Grash Two Knives the Bugbear. A 1-2 punch of Bugbear action. Bugbears for when goblins aren't enough.
It's a wide spectrum of names.
Yeah. Next up, these wonderful names are provided in the adventure as written from the Fantastic Adventures PDF. Next up, it's Steve Lutz.
It is. Here I am. Hello. I am playing what?
I was going to say, please introduce your character.
Oh, wow.
Seamless.
We are professionals. Yes, I am still playing Diendo Fat Rabbit, a halfling who is slightly larger than a rabbit, but only just.
Just a little bit. Next up, it is Cathy Campbell. Hi, Cathy.
Hi, I play Thamia, who is a fighter that is significantly larger than a rabbit, and Diendo, because I am a Goliath.
Yeah, you're probably like at least 3 rabbits. I don't know. Something like that.
Depends on the rabbit, I would
Yeah.
imagine.
Stacked in a
Your
trench.
rabbit math is terrible.
Yeah. I blame the schools.
Rabbits are only good at multiplying.
Common Core did it to you.
Yeah.
Common Core. Oh my god.
I think I got out before Common Core. I'm not sure. I'd have to look at some things.
Yes.
You
Oh,
would
thanks.
know if you
Yeah, no, yeah.
did.
Can
Common
you do
Core.
a tape diagram?
I have no idea what that is. An
Okay,
alternative
you're
math
good.
strategy? Yeah. All right. Also joining us, it's Aline Sims. Hi, Aline.
Hi, I hope I roll better today than I apparently did last time. I play Lee, the Air Genasi monk.
Next up in the initiative order, played by me, is Rosethorn, the elusive, strange leader of the Goblin Brownleaf tribe. That is a strange name for a goblin, is it not? What do we know about Rosethorn? We know that he is a brilliant strategist. We know that he is a weird guy who keeps some kind of explosive puppet on his throne, and that the Brownleaf Goblin tribe
that
seems
weird?
to... It's unorthodox. Would you agree?
I have at least 3 on my throne.
Okay, well, I guess I don't know enough about halfling culture. That's enough about Rosethorn. Also joining us, it's Micah Sargent. Hi, Micah.
Hello, I play Linnell, the High Elf Warlock.
Hi, Elf.
And hi, aloha. And last but not least, it is Dan Morin, who is also producing the stream that is allowing you to watch this right now if you're watching the live stream. If you're watching the edited version of this, please ignore this part of the podcast.
Technically, still, never mind. I am playing Cuaris, the ever-changing, ever-charming bard of the bagpipes.
All right, we join things in the midst of the fight, for you have taken the fight to the Brownleaf Goblin tribe. You have been investigating strange attacks on caravans in and around the lovely town of White Sparrow. Come, see the magic hand. Don't think too much about it. You have determined that the goblins had hired an elven ranger to basically tip them off as to the best caravans. That elven ranger was even arranging payments to the guards to not be so guardy. You've killed lots of goblins. You have spared one goblin, Top Hat Jr., who will live to tell the story that he remembers because he's going to miss the end of the story. But you have brought the fight here to the new secret headquarters of the Brownleaf Goblin tribe. You have invaded the ancient tree in which they make their home. You have spread out throughout this hollow. A large section of the hollow is now on fire, filling the air with smoke and heat because you thought you were assassinating one Rosethorn, the leader of the Goblin tribe, but instead it was some kind of trap that ignited most of the room. Looking at my initiative order, it appears that the first people to go are Team Goblin. I feel great about it.
Gonna be fine.
All right.
Roll these dice.
I have a lot of goblins on this map. I'm not going to lie to you. And I'm thinking about whether they're going to pepper you with arrows or come down and murder you. And I think the answer is some goblins are going to do different things. But probably if they have the choice to pepper you with arrows, they should. So let me work. I was going to say counterclockwise, but you know what? I'm going to work clockwise.
Whoa, now. Whoa.
Oh,
Requires, yeah, four tech topics, 30 minutes.
All right. Several arrows shoot out from, I'll just tell you, it's kind of this area on the north side of the hollow. So there's some goblins you can't even see taking aim on you.
Oh, frack.
That's great, right?
I wish they wouldn't do that.
Let's see. Goblins they can range of 80. They have +4 to hit. This is going to be 2 attacks on attack on Diendo, attack on Thamia. You can use a very different colored die to make it easy.
I'm a very small target. It shouldn't be that easy to hit me.
Well, I rolled a 20 to hit Diendo, a critical fail to hit Thamia.
Don't like it.
Diendo, you will take 5 damage as an arrow plugs you in the side.
Ouch.
All right, moving clockwise. I got this goblin here that is literally next to Diendo. He's going to turn around and look at Diendo. He is going to try and skewer you with his weird scimitar.
I'll skewer you, buddy.
I have bad news, Diendo. I'm really good at rolling today.
Leave
That's
Diendo
21.
alone.
Oh,
Diendo, 5 more damage.
Okay, sure. Why
Pointing
not?
out that he
All
both
right.
has the words die and end in his name.
That's true.
This goblin moving clockwise around the map is going to take a shot at Thamia from up above. That is an 18.
Nope.
Keep watching the
5
arrow.
damage. Ollie, you see a goblin. I
I was like, wait a second. No, I'm not. No.
I recognize that I ignored what the words that you said
Yes.
because I just assumed. You know what? I just thought 18 was really good. Your AC
It
is
is
higher
very
than
good,
18,
but mine is 19, so no.
So what I meant to say is 5 damage is what you would have experienced, but instead you block that arrow and it goes skittering off into the fire. I apologize, Cathy. I was trying to move quickly and I turned off the part of my brain that listens.
That's okay.
Erica will fix this in editing. We're gonna sound super smart. Do you want to say something super smart right now?
That'll be a first.
Super smart.
Indubitably. Moving around. Second session of the night. Everything's going great.
Going great. Going
Um,
great.
Moving around the side of the cavern. Ollie, you sense some movement in the cavern wall above you, and there's a goblin peeking over the edge. He is going to fire a. I've thrown that dice somewhere. I can no longer see it.
Ooh,
Everything's great.
Tony Strack makes an appearance.
That is only a 9 to hit. I suspect that you evade that.
Yeah,
You should
it's
confirm that.
14.
All right. You have no trouble. You know what? Ollie? You catch the arrow.
Nice. Thanks, buddy. I love that.
You load it right back into your bow, ready to
I
reuse.
love it.
Remember, everybody, recycling. It's how you stay green. Hugh Yaris, you see a goblin peeking out from another alcove in a hiding spot up above you in the tree. He is going to follow. He is going to fire an arrow in your
Yellow
direction.
brick road. Follow the
Oh,
yellow
you were
brick
just
road.
combining
I don't like it.
words
I
for-
didn't agree with it.
Critical hit. This is
Yeah, that's
bad.
what I
He gets you. I don't know, QRs. Maybe in like the throat.
Critical hit, you say? I can't write a Bardic Inspirations. Probably can't do it enough to get rid of that, huh?
Did you have some
Probably
cutting
not.
words or something.
Yeah, cutting
you could,
words, but the max I can do on that is 6. And if it was a crit, that means I can lower a 20 to a 14. And if he has even a +1, he'll still hit me.
doesn't
which
a
I
crit
assume he
hit
does.
regardless? I'm not sure you can
I
even.
don't
avoid a
think
crit.
it technically does in 5e, but I think there's basically no way it would stop it. The odds would be extremely low. I don't think I can mathematically do it. That's how low the odds are.
Okay.
It's impossible.
Sorry.
Because I think he
Never
roll a
tell me the
14,
odds.
right? Like he has 20 on the die, we get down to a 14. If I rolled a 6, my AC is
Right.
15. So if he even has a +1,
he has one.
then I'm
a little bit more.
That's gonna
Yeah.
Was
hurt.
promised.
I am
less
sorry,
math.
QRs.
Yeah.
QRs,
There's a lot of math
you get
today.
like
Is this the rabbit?
you
math?
get.
I'm not good at that.
You know, does anyone remember Reader Rabbit? At one point, my parents got me a
Yes.
Reader Rabbit that was math, and I felt deeply, deeply betrayed by that rabbit because I was like, "This is different than
It's no math crunch, number crunchers. That's what it was. Number crunchers.
Yeah.
Stick to word. Well, there's both, Dan. There's word cruncher,
Word crunchers
and
and
number
number
cruncher.
crunchers. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just stop.
Crunch
the
a
drift, people.
word.
Focus. Dan, I have bad news for you. You are going to take 12 piercing damage as an arrow catches you in the edge of the throat.
Yikes!
How are you?
I have been better. I'm at 9.
Are you on your feet?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had
You've
full
been
hit
better.
points going into this, so
Maybe
'cause we all
throat
rested
was
up.
dramatic. 12 piercing damage seemed like a lot of damage to deliver from one.
It
arrow.
was about half of my hit points.
Yeah, I'm just.
Yeah.
I
A little
figured
more
it
than
hit you
half.
somewhere juicy. All right, this goblin is by himself up in the northwest corner of the cavern, and there are 2 targets here: Linnell and Lee. I'm gonna roll randomly. Lee, you're even. Linnell, you're odd.
No, you're odd.
I rolled a 4. Linnell, whenever I see your name, I think of John Linnell, which is funny, and I assume that Linnell kind of looks like John Linnell, but probably Micah doesn't know who that is.
I don't.
I don't know who that
This
is.
is one of the
Yeah.
They Might Be Giants members.
The,
Yeah.
Oh, got
the
it.
non-Flansburgh John.
Yeah.
It's spelled.
ILINNELL, I believe.
He's got some elf-like.
He is a little.
manner.
Yeah.
People, please
Prisms.
don't let's start.
Yes.
Steve, go up to that throne. Put your hand inside the puppet head.
Yeah.
No, it exploded. I can't.
Exploding puppet head. Also, probably They Might Be Giants song.
I would like
Seems
to
reasonable.
report
Certainly.
that Linnell looks nothing like John Linnell. So-
All right, good to know. John Linnell was once on, I think, through manipulation on People Magazine's list of sexiest men alive.
How did that happen?
I think it was
Ballot
the
box
early.
stuffing.
Yeah, it was the early days of the internet, and so the people that were on the internet were,
It was the
nerds.
irony
So
pick.
Yeah,
That was,
I
an
just-
early,
like it was. There was some heavy Usenet action. Is what
was
some
some
early
shenanigans.
Bodie McBoatface is what
Yes,
Yeah.
quite.
Yeah. All right. So a goblin has chosen his target. His target is Lee. He fires an arrow. Lee, does a 15 hit you?
No.
Okay. You
Nice.
dodge out of the way with monk-like reflexes. I think
gonna
that is
stumble.
the expansive Team Goblin. I would appreciate if you could kill a few of these so they're easier to manage in the future. I didn't say that.
We will do our best.
Team Goblin. I'm on your side. Trust me. All right. Speaking of murder, it is Ollie's turn.
Okay, how tall is this goblin? Sorry, what's the elevation of this?
How tall is my
The
goblin?
platform.
That's all this
The goblin is
What are his
the
likes
goblin-
and dislikes?
The goblin is probably only about 4 feet, but he is a good 15 feet up in the alcove in the giant tree cavern.
Okay, so I've got like a huge athletics and acrobatics score. Like
Mhm.
I could scramble up there, right?
I think you could. Let me remind myself. That would also probably make it easier for you to kill him, and then you would be in a great sniper's nest, which seems like
Mhm.
Very
you know.
smart thing.
That's where I get it. It's up here in the brain noggin.
So, first off, when climbing, each foot of movement costs 1 extra feet.
That
unless
is
the
not
creature-
true if you have athletics or acrobatics. One of those feats, I think.
Athlete, I think. Is the
Oh,
feat.
maybe I'm
potentially.
getting confused.
No, I think it's basically what's your move right now? What's your move speed, guy?
30, I believe.
So you could climb 15 feet, which is
Yeah.
what I said this was. So, and I don't, you know what? I think it's a tree. Probably that goblin climbed up there. Why don't you give me a quick athletics check to see how good you are? I think you need to beat a 10.
Okay, 1d20 plus. Is that athletics?
Yeah.
Wow.
No.
No.
Too bad you're not
You
a
know,
halfling.
Yeah, Ollie, you are climbing. You are doing the salmon ladder. But it turns out this is not about your strength, Ollie. Also, no one noticed this. It's about the construction of the tree, because you're just having the bark is old and rotted, and you are just having your upper body strength is amazing and impeccable, but you are just having a hard time getting a grasp, and suddenly you discover after several seconds of scurrying that you are still on the ground.
I really appreciate all the work you're putting in to try to make me feel better.
Yep.
Wow, that stank. Is that it for my turn, or do I get to? I still get to shoot at him, right?
You could still shoot. I will tell you, the goblin in the alcove is going to be hard. He has got probably superior cover. There are goblins, at least one goblin on the, just in the. So like, even though this goblin is way over on the other side of the map next to Diendo,
Yeah.
you've got a longbow, right? He is a tactically easier target, but I don't know what who you care about murdering.
Well, I care about murdering the guy next to Diendo because he already
Mhm.
skewered my buddy.
True.
Okay, so I'll do my attack.
That guy's just about the only guy I can attack next turn without having to climb up a wall, though. So if
Aren't
there's
you
some-
Well,
great at
don't
climbing up
worry.
walls?
The
You're a monk.
bugbears will get us.
Yeah,
too.
don't worry. There's more coming, Diendo.
Oh, that's
I am
what
a
my
level
parents
2
used to
monk.
say when they put me to bed at night. Don't worry, the bugbears will get you.
Dan, your parents were terrible. Until they got better when they were replaced.
By bugbears. Ironically.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Suburbs.
let's see.
What are you
here.
gonna do?
What am I rolling? 1d20 plus the damage for the
Your attack modifier.
yeah, which is sorry, I haven't played since last week, so
It's true. Take your time, guy. It's
Uh,
all good.
Attack. How do I find my attack modifier? Oh, it's +6, right, for longbow? Yeah.
Is it that good?
Probably.
Wow. I
Yeah,
forgot
yeah.
you were.
Archery style is pretty dope.
Yeah,
That's
that's
what I have
yeah.
for my darts and quarterstaff.
I guess you are really good at archery and maybe not so good at everything else.
yeah. I guess so.
Climbing.
15.
All right, 15. You know at this point from your previous excursions in this adventure is the armor class of a goblin. Your arrow cuts through the smoke, through the fire, and catches that guy probably in the face.
Nice. Thank God I did
roll-
something useful.
Roll me damage.
Oh.
You know that goblins are a little hard to hit, but not
Yeah.
very hit pointy.
Yeah. 1d8 plus 2. I'll pick up in like 2 turns. Don't worry.
It's okay.
No rush. Hi, Erica.
All right.
6. So he's got
All
what,
right.
2 hit points left? 3?
That goblin is severely wounded.
Yeah.
I will put a little red dot on him for your tracking convenience, since there's going to be a lot of goblins in the fray. Yeah, Diendo, for your reference, as a nearby person, very, very wounded. So, all right, Ollie, you have murdered one or not murdered, maimed one goblin, attempted to climb a
As is-
tree,
As is my way.
as is your way. I think you are done.
I am. Yep.
All right. Next up, it's Team Bugbear. swooping down on vine ropes from somewhere on the northern eastern side of the cavern
Oh,
are
good.
two
told
burly
you.
looking bugbears. Bugbears are goblinoids. If you tune in for the other mini adventure, one of our player characters is a bugbear. They're not all evil. They are all monstrous. Bugbears are goblinoids. They are kind of very furry. As opposed to goblins, which are somewhat diminutive, bugbears are probably a little bit larger than human height, and they're a little bit top heavy. They got kind of, pretty broad shoulders, and they have kind of scowly expressions. They have long arms that almost drag on the floor when they are walking. These two bugbears, as established, I believe their names are Whisper and Crash Two Knives, are going to head in your direction.
Well, thank goodness Whisper's coming towards me.
Yeah.
He's actually the more dangerous of the two.
Oh no, silent but deadly.
That's right.
Yeah. I will tell you, despite his name, Crash Two Knives is armed with a Morning Star, as is Whisper, and they come in whirling those Morning Stars on little chains, ready to knock off both their heads. So, Diendo, Morning Star
Yes.
attack coming in your way. That is going to be a 17 to hit.
My armor class is 16, so
All right.
Oh
11
Roll me that
piercing
beautiful-
damage as the spiked ball grates across your torso.
Diendo is down.
Oh no.
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 Yeah, you've been really picking on Diendo. Tony.
I didn't mean to. It's not out of my animosity to Steve. If I wanted Steve dead, he'd be dead long ago.
Whoa.
Wow.
Sorry, if
wow.
I
I've asked him
wanted-
several times, and he
if I wanted Steve's character dead. All right. Second, well, you got a bard. You'll be okay. He's just
Maybe.
as far away
this has
as
been fun. Thanks,
far away
everybody.
as possible on the map. Steve, thanks for showing up today.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Thamia, Morning Star attack coming for you. That is also a pretty impressive 21 to hit.
Oh my
Ooh.
God.
Crack.
The
About to
rolls,
get
Tony. the
wrecked.
rolls.
Tony.
Bugbears are
Yeah,
tough.
that hits.
Oh,
We may
your
finally have a
roll.
total party kill here. That would be fun.
All right, you take 11 piercing damage.
Ouch.
The bugbears are probably like, the tough guys in this fight. There's some cannon fodder, and then there's these murder monsters. All right.
Murder bears.
Diendo, you are currently down.
I sure am.
Diendo, do you know how to make a death saving throw?
I do.
Do you know how
But
to
I'm
make
not
one
going
well?
to. I refuse. Oh, all right. Here
I will
goes.
remind all of you, you have seen Diendo go down. You know that health is a team resource, and that these two monsters are tough. So
That is a 6.
that is
One death saving throw.
That is not the traditional
Ah,
way to do
ah,
this,
ah.
Steve. Steve, do you have a backup character? Is he a goblin? Is he Top Hat Junior?
I could
Wait,
probably make
roll
a Top
Top Hat
Hat.
Junior.
I could make a Top Hat Junior character in time for the next round.
All right. Thamia, you are there. Diendo has hit the ground like a bloody sack of monk. There are two bugbears now menacing you in your direction. The bugbears look beefy and substantial. They are garbed in hide armor. They've got a shield. They look ready to tangle. Probably if it was just you against one, that would be like a good weekend. Two, I don't know. That might be stretching it, but mainly two, while your friend is lying there bleeding out, is not your ideal day off from work.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't matter though. I'm going for him anyways.
All right.
Can everyone blow some wish luck on my dice for me?
Let me just check. Do
The
people
good news
know?
is, since a death saving throw is a saving throw, I can't one out unless I
Oh,
roll
yes,
one
'cause you're
twice.
halfway.
Okay, that's
Okay.
good to know.
That's
Okay.
good.
So you
I can
can.
roll
It's
one
just
twice. 'cause
It
the
is
second roll-
unlikely. You got to
Yeah.
be careful when you say
Right.
can't. That's like
That's
Right.
right.
You know.
Wow, shouldn't have opened my
It
mouth.
is
That
knock
was
on
a
something.
bad
it is
idea.
less likely. Let me just check as I set you all up for failure. Do people remember who does and does not have inspiration?
I have inspiration.
I do.
I don't have
not.
inspiration.
I don't
Okay.
either.
All right. So,
But
Thamia.
yes, to answer your
All right.
question, we do.
Yes.
All right, I have my lucky dice now. We're gonna roll it. I'm not gonna look yet. Okay. 14 plus 5 to hit is 19.
you cleave into the meaty shoulder of that bugbear. Roll damage.
1d8 plus 3. Oof, I only rolled a 2, but that's still 5.
All right, so 5 damage to that bugbear. He looks miffed.
Good, because I'm going to take my hand axe now with
Oh.
that same luck that y'all blew on my dice. That sounds bad. Gonna roll it anyways, but I only rolled a 16.
A 16 hits a bugbear. Note that, everybody. 16 hit a bugbear.
16
16
hit a bugbear.
hit a bugbear. All right,
Well.
rolling my d6. 4 plus 3 is 7.
All right, now you're cooking. The bugbear looks annoyed. In fact, I'm gonna say he's pretty wounded at this point. I'll put a little red dot on him.
What if
Sweet.
bloodied was a thing?
Yeah, I like bloodied. I think bloodied is a very convenient mechanic from 5e that I have borrowed. The other thing that I kind of missed from 4e. The only other thing I really missed from 4e is the concept of minions, which like they kind of have in 5e, but not really. For example, there was a fight in Curse of Strahd where I think you guys fought 30 twig blights that had 4 hit points, and it's like, this is great. I got to track hit points on 30 twig blights. So
Yeah.
Well, you could just make a bunch of 1 hit point
yeah,
monsters.
that I don't understand how. I would
Oh
do
man,
that.
that's the name for our spin-off podcast. One hit point monsters.
One hit monster. Oh. Dan, one hit monsters. Cleaner. Thamia,
True.
you have axed a bugbear. You have sorted a bugbear. Do you want to do anything else?
Think that's all I can do.
All right.
Don't say that about yourself. We believe you can do so much more.
Hey, I'm working on, next time. Next time
All
I'll
right.
get them both.
On the other side of the cavern, separated by fire and smoke, is Lee the monk.
Okay, will you
You-
tell me more about this fire? Like, how tall
Um,
is it? Can I run through it?
I will tell you.
Is
So
it
there,
plasma?
it's not plasma, it's fire. There's like a little. I mean, you know what? I'm even gonna. There's like a little bit of fire. I'm gonna leave it there for visual sense. But like this was basically like there's a big fire at the throne, and then there was like a little fuse on a bomb, like whizzed across the throne room, and then the big leaf painted on the throne room is still on fire. So if you
Okay.
wanted to just cut across like here, I wouldn't even make you roll anything. I would
Okay.
say if you're going to go through the main fire, probably you're just going to take some fire damage.
Okay. Question.
Is that
Yep.
more
that's
questions?
exactly what I wanted to know.
or answers to questions such as these?
Just ask them.
Question the
That's okay.
second is since there is so much smoke and the brightness of the fire, can I see over to where Diendo and Thamia are?
Yeah, I would say
Okay.
it's obscured, but like you might not like if like Diendo if he had like a T-shirt with some print on it, you probably couldn't read it.
Okay.
But you recognize the familiar silhouettes of Thamia and bugbears fighting through the fire. You see Diendo lying on the ground of the wooded cavern. You see a badly wounded goblin standing over your halfling friend.
Okay. And then last question for now is a medicine check to
More of a comment, really.
to a medicine check to stabilize Diendo would be an action, correct?
I bet it is.
Yeah, I think it's
Uh-huh.
a skill check.
I think it is too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
That's useful to note for any other person. You don't have to be necessarily a bard who can that would at least keep Diendo is currently bleeding out. He is in a state we call dying. Anyone theoretically trained in medicine, I think anyone can try and stabilize him. Your chances
There's
are much
not an
better.
enormous amount of blood in Diendo, so it shouldn't.
No,
take
it's-
long.
Aline, I'm gonna.
Yeah, but it's
I'm
like
gonna heal him
it's a small
before his
Diendo.
turn comes around again.
All right.
Okay.
So Lee, other questions?
I think that's it. I'm just deciding whether I want to try to.
This is an ethical decision.
It's not an ethical decision.
You're right. Diendo is unethical.
I'm gonna hit something. It's not going to be Diendo. I just am trying to decide whether I want to try to climb up to hit a goblin in the face with a quarterstaff, or if I want to run over and hit a bugbear in the face with a quarterstaff.
I love that
So-
we played with Tony long enough that she already knows his next question is, "Are you going to hit Diendo?"
Right.
Aline and I play every Tuesday night, and
We do.
Aline, I am required by my programming to say it's not too late to curry favor with the bugbears.
Interesting. All right, I will take that under consideration. Okay, quickly, does anyone have any, like, should I go for the bugbear? I don't have anything good that's ranged. So.
I would say take out either that goblin that's bloodied or go for the bugbear if you can close. But either way, like, we just gotta
You have
start
enough-
dropping bodies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The key is deploy damage to bad
That
guys.
goblin is messed up enough. You might be able to take him out with a dart.
He's
My
got
range
2
on
or
the
3
dart
left.
isn't that great, so
Or
I'm just
you
gonna.
should
You
You
noted,
can
by the
hit-
way, I looked it up. If you make a regular attack and then you want to do your second unarmed attack, you can actually break those up with a move if you still got move left.
Yeah, so
if you can take
that's
him
what
out-
I'm gonna
Yeah,
do.
so you
could,
can take
like,
him
you
out and
run into that-
attack whisper.
Run into that throng and like punch several people, and then like double back and be like, "Oh, goblin, I forgot about you. One more punch."
On the way out, just throw him an elbow. Like,
Yeah, monks.
Okay, well, I rolled a 13 to hit this goblin. I'm assuming that probably doesn't cut it.
It does not. I believe we've established a goblin's AC is a little bit higher than that. So that goblin
Okay.
somehow wobbles on his feet as you run past and try and punch him.
All right. Well, I'm gonna try again.
All right.
How about a 26? How about a crit?
26. Aline, can you tell me how you murder that goblin with your fists?
Well, it's with my. Oh no, it has to be an unarmed strike. Yeah. I just punch him in the face really hard and break his nose.
Punch him in the face really hard.
Yeah.
You know, some goblins have really big noses. I don't know how much of that is cartilage, how much of that is bone, but you just took some of the pieces of bone in his head and sent it flying backward into his goblin brain. He is sad
Yay.
and dead. I'm just going to leave his corpse over here now.
as a warning to the others.
Yes.
Corrigez les autres.
So I think that's.
Do you have any movement left that you want to use? Or are you happy where you are?
I think I'm okay where I am. You know, I think I'll step a little bit closer to Diendo. I'll take one more step, but I'll just stay here, and I think that's my turn.
All right. Next up, it is Rosethorn. There is a cackling from deep up in the cavern. And there is zip zop, some bolts of force energy shooting down at, let's say, Lee and Thamia. He is casting Magic Missile. He's casting it at 2nd level.
Tony, can I ask a question about this? I know we are hearing him cackling, but we don't know where he is what you're telling me?
I will tell you, he is attacking from cover up here.
He's attacking
see
from
that?
cover up there. So here's
Do you
my
see the little part of his
question.
name?
Yeah,
The northeast of the throne.
I at this point, you've probably concluded what's going on up there.
Let me just
What's
check
going
something
on?
that could be relevant to that. Because as you might
I said,
remember, when I
"Hey,
came in, I
yay,
cast
yay,
silence.
yay."
Thank you.
And that creates something that is a
Oh,
20
yeah.
20-foot radius sphere. And it was centered on that throne.
He's within 20 feet.
He's within 20 feet of that throne. If Magic Missile has, first of all, we can't hear him cackle because he can't talk. Second of all, if Magic Missile requires a verbal component, he is out of luck, my friend.
Let me ask you this.
Good argument.
Is he
Thank
able
you.
to see?
Thank you.
Let me ask you this.
Why
Is
would
he still able
okay.
to see?
why would he not be able to see?
Well, he might have been blinded by silence.
Silence is.
Silence!
All right. So, Dan, I have a kind of a question that's kind of gives something away.
Is it more of a comment?
More of a comment. He is using Wand of Magic Missile, which I think lets him cast Magic Missile.
It'd be a pretty crappy wand if you had to talk to it to make it shoot a magic missile.
Well, but
Okay,
I mean,
Wand.
Magic Missile
It's
is
just optional.
Magic Missile has a voice component. It's vocal
Oh please,
and
oh
somatic.
please, oh please, oh please.
So the question is, does that let him do that
That's
or
a
not?
great question.
Yeah, does he have to say something
Um,
to make the
also,
wand
I
work?
think if you can't hear him and he can't cast Magic Missile,
Then we don't
We
understand.
don't know where he is, which is like
No.
a real like conundrum.
yeah, none of you basically. So none of you know what's going on up in that little hollow, which is that this is going to be great for podcasting. There's a goblin that's going like this.
Okay, so according to a DMG quote, The spell is okay. So magic items allow the user to cast a spell from the item, often by expending charges. Spells cast at lowest possible spell and caster level doesn't expend any of the user's spell slots and requires no components unless the item's description says otherwise.
I'm going to say that he can't cast it. How long does silence last, Dan?
10 minutes.
Damn it.
You really should ask me that before making a decision.
I have another question related to that cone of silence thing. Does
It's
it?
more of a sphere.
Oh, sphere.
It's a sphere, and it goes off.
Sphere of silence.
It's a sphere.
Does that range, like, does that mean either? Because I think I'm in. I might be in, but Lee and Diendo definitely are. Are they able to hear Rosethorn talking?
Nothing in that 20-foot sphere makes a sound.
Okay, so they can't make noise
No.
either.
Which may be important. All right, so now we're doing this. Now we're doing this. People are drawing arrows.
No
They're
sound
little-
can be created within or pass through a 20-foot radius sphere.
All right. The straws, the twine is coming out. That is important. If you're going to penalize Rosethorn in that way, and when I say penalize, I mean use your spells that I pay attention to the rules of. That may impact. That may impact some of the magic users who are not on Team Goblin.
Yeah, I just got to take a step and then I'll be fine, Tony.
Thinking about Linnell, thinking about Kiliar, thinking about Ollie, whose bow only works if he whispers to it. So. Dammy, you don't need to yell for anything, right? You just.
Oh no, I just yell for the sheer joy of yelling, but it doesn't
All right.
make my.
What is it? Now people are drawing stuff on
That's
the
me.
map.
Sorry, I was trying to
right.
get rid of. I was trying to move it. Give me 1 second. I'll just put it where the
Okay.
actual effect is.
All right. So here's the question: so Rosethorn is a brilliant tactician. Does Rosethorn stay up here, unable to fire his magic missiles, or does he drop down, placing himself in harm's way, but able to deploy magic missiles? What is the intelligent thing to do in this situation? Guys, it's hard to play a character that's smarter than you. I have decided, based on a dice roll, that he is going to stay up in his little alcove. You can't see him or hear him, but for our watchers at home, you can see him. There's two goblins either side, and he is wordlessly like tapping them and pointing down for them to go in and engage in battle.
He's not very happy, I'm guessing.
He is not. Sadly, you'll never hear. Wait, Dan, I created an enemy, a villain, full of identity and interests, and you robbed him of his voice.
That's
Good
on
job,
you,
Dan.
man.
Is it? You're the one who cast silence.
Yeah. Some enemies should be seen and not heard.
Okay.
Or not seen and
Show
not.
don't
and not
tell.
heard.
Show don't tell.
Linnell, the high elf, you are all alone on the western side of the chamber.
Yeah, God.
Smoke and fire is everywhere. Goblins are aplenty. Bugbears in
Linnell
limited
takes a
supply.
Linnell takes a step to the left so that he's outside of the cone of silence.
Mm.
And then he firebolts the crap out of that goblin that's up in the corner to the left.
All right. That goblin does have, I believe, superior cover because of his great hiding, his sniper spot. What
Means
do...
I roll with disadvantage?
I think this is like the one thing where there's a -5 penalty to attack rolls.
Okay.
That's the one place where they don't do advantage or disadvantage. They do a mathematical modifier in 5e.
So this -5. Okay, so I'm not going to hit that there.
You know what? There, now another part of the tree is on fire. It's hard for anyone to blame you, given how much of the tree is already on fire. But you're not helping.
Question: If I'm like right next to the place where the goblin is there any way to sort of undo the superior coverage through movement?
If you got up into his little sniper spot with him, which is what Ollie was trying to do over on the other side of the map. I don't know if you want to bother doing that or not.
I don't like it. Those were dissonant whispers, but just sort of like a practice of dissonant
This
whispers.
is an adventure. This is a high fantasy adventure where you guys climb trees.
Okay, well,
Or attempt to,
that's,
anyways.
Hey.
I've just thrown that out there.
Dan, does that square represent your sphere of silence?
I think that's more or less. Sorry, I was trying to get it the right size.
All
I
right.
think it
I
may
can still
extend
use the rest.
one more square back. I just can't see under the
Okay.
darkness there.
Oh yeah, you could still move if you wanted.
I can use the rest of my movement.
Ironically, Whisper is unfazed by the area of silence. I guess that's not ironic at all.
No, it's appropriate. He's just a bugbear of few words.
All right, that's all I can do.
You know what
All
it's
right.
like? It's like rain on your wedding day.
Oh wow.
A bugbear of few words. I forgot that verse.
A bugbear, a few words. Yes, her
If
her most
only there
famous
was
album.
Any
classic
actual
novel.
irony in that song.
Q Weris, or Q to his friends.
True. Well, first things first. I am going to cast Healing Word on Diendo, who I
You
saw
think you
go
can see
down.
Diendo from where you are?
Hooray!
You said you
And-
could see through the fire, right?
Through the fire and the fury and the smoke in this literal hell inside a tree I've created for you to fight goblins. Yes, you can see Diendo.
As long as
Great.
he's not required to read my T-shirt to cast that spell. we should-
Or hear you say anything.
All right, what is Diendo's t-shirt that he probably picked up on spring break? Say.
Mustache Inspector. It was
Oh.
off-brand.
Yeah. Half a ling full of fun.
Sorry,
Oh my
mustache
gosh.
inspector. It's terrible and great at the same time. It's like it was tried to be really crude, and it kind of missed the mark.
Just love mustaches.
No, seriously, that's why I'm here.
We should probably make that one.
Okay. So yes, healing word cast on good old Diendo. You get some healing via these words.
Sweet. What are the words?
The words are birds. 4 hit points. I rolled
Hey, it's better than I had.
literally the lowest I could roll on that. Sorry.
This is
And
not a thing that requires me to consume a hit die or anything.
nope. That's just
Beauty.
4 free hit points for you. The next thing I'm going to do is shoot a goblin with a crossbow. But there are
I like this song.
so many goblin targets.
I asked you guys to clear out goblins. Did you clear out goblins? You
It
didn't.
killed one.
Yeah.
One less goblin for you. I'm gonna take a. Okay, first, I guess the relevant question is, do any of these goblins not have cover from me down here?
No.
I gotta. They all have
They all
cover,
have cover.
even the ones like all the
Yeah.
way across where Ollie is.
Yep.
Well, that sucks. Do they all have
Well,
superior?
we could take them out, Tony, if you didn't have them in cover. Like,
Well,
Yeah.
we're trying to
Again,
help you here.
This is on you.
Really?
Hmm.
Yeah, they could all just decide to jump down. It would be fine.
I thought about it, and then I realized it's way better for them to murder you from up there.
Do they all have? They all have superior cover.
Yep. They have these nice little sniper nests all around the,
All right.
the little hollows of the tree
Fine.
that they have carved out here.
How are my?
It's really a
athletics?
great trap that they have
Terrible.
lured you into here in the center of this. They basically set the tree on fire while you guys are down there, and they pepper you with arrows if you choose not to burn to death. So fire or arrows. Decide how you want to die.
Cool. All right. I'm gonna shoot the one. I guess over here on the left.
All right.
Do I want to use my own inspiration? That seems like a waste. So I'm just gonna shoot a crossbow. I don't know why that rolled twice. Neither of those will hit with a -5. I'm assuming.
No, they will not. Sorry.
Well, that was a waste.
All right.
All right.
An arrow hits into the side of the tree near a goblin. He sneers at you.
I'm gonna move.
Yeah, you got a lot of places you could go that are not there.
Now that crossbow is really cross. It's not a
Mhm.
light crossbow anymore.
Yeah, that's right.
It's just a crossbow.
Okay. If I put myself here, I assume that limits the number of goblins that can shoot at me.
Yeah, I would say severely, like possibly to 0.
I'm gonna do that at least so I can
Mm-hmm.
stay alive. 'Cause I
All
only
right.
got 9 hit points.
Show
Next
off.
is Team Goblin. All right, I'm just gonna.
What fortuitous timing.
Yeah.
Yep. I can read an initiative tracker.
All right.
We've made it through one round.
I'm going to do this clockwise again.
I'm
Keep
still
watching.
prone, it should be noted.
Keep watching the goblins. You are still prone, and in fact, I don't think they can tell the difference between you dying and being prone and full of hit points on the floor.
Oh, that
So
is
I think
super
their new targets are going to be, they have a complicated goblin hand signal system here. So you know what? In fact, these goblins have been ordered by Rosethorn to get out of the way. So they are going to drop down and attack. They're going to go for Thamia and that's Lee. So Thamia and Lee, 2 goblins are coming at you with their short swords.
Bring it on.
Oh, it's brought. Orange die is Thamia. Thamia, I have rolled a 7.
Yeah, that's gonna miss.
Lee, I've rolled a 19.
Could we just switch those around?
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, that hits.
All right, Lee, you get cut for 5 scimitar damage. Moving around the cavern, this goblin up here is going to fire an arrow at Thamia. Thamia, I have rolled a 19, which I think we decided does
That
not hit you.
is 19
That is the
is my AC.
Ugh, arrow to the shoulder, 5 damage. Ollie, there's a goblin here who's going to shoot at you. 23.
Seems like a hard angle for that guy to shoot down at somebody
Yeah.
directly next to his cliff, right?
No, it's great. It's great. It's great. Ollie,
I
5
tried.
damage. The 2 other goblins on the far area, the range of a short bow is 80 feet. So you are, let's see, Linnell is in range, and who's in range of this guy? I guess Ollie. So shot on Linnell. That is a 21. 5 damage, probably.
Jeez.
Yeah, no,
that's
I'm rolling.
Not gonna hit. Just kidding.
Okay. I'm on a roll. It's great. And Ollie,
Wait 1
11
second.
doesn't sound very.
Okay.
11
no,
doesn't
you're good.
sound very intimidating.
No, I catch another one.
Okay. Yeah. It would be cooler if you hadn't just gotten shot with the other one.
Yeah, I know.
It's not catching it
He
when
was
it's in your
concentrating on the
shoulder.
second one.
Yeah.
You try to like fake it. You're like, no, I caught it. I totally caught it. Oh god.
All right. Ollie, it is your turn again.
Okay, so if I move up, like line of sight is basically not an issue, right? Like if I move up to sort of midway between these 2 sniper joints on my side, they can still shoot at me if they want.
They can still shoot at you. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So up the tree again.
All right. Got to beat 10 on an athletics check.
You can do it.
1, 2,
Examine that ladder.
3 plus. Yeah, you think I'd be good at this? I specifically made my character to be good at this. Athletics check +5.
Did you make him good at rolling dice though? Because
No, I did
That's the
not.
hard part.
I forgot that. 11.
Skinny. Your
All right.
teeth.
Wait a
Wow.
Yeah. All
Wow.
right. You climb up. So you probably stashed your bow to do that. You arrive at the top. What do you want to do to that goblin?
Okay, let's see. I didn't actually expect to get up here, so let's see what.
This is the
What do I have? I've got a longbow and an unarmed strike. And did
You didn't bring a sword?
I did.
dagger?
I'm just trying to check my
Headbutt him.
my equipment. Oh wait, sorry. Here we go.
A medium-sized rock?
Yeah, no, I've got a scimitar and a rapier,
Okay, pick one of
You
those.
got 2 swords.
and
Yeah.
I can do 2-handed wielding. What does that do for me?
That means you can attack twice.
Okay, so I'm gonna.
Your second time will
pick-
do less damage though. Just FYI, one of them you won't get to add your bonus to. You'll just.
That's
roll it
okay. It's just insurance against
Yep.
bad rolls. So I take out my 2 swords and I stab this guy in the face.
It's nice of him to stand by while you
Yeah, it's very
Two
kind
swords
of.
Yeah, where you're
out
like,
of your pack.
Search
what do
your
you think? The
pockets.
rapier, the scimitar? How are you feeling about this?
At this
Also,
point,
I imagine dual wielding a rapier and a scimitar seems challenging because of the weight and style difference, but
Yeah.
somehow Ollie McRegent pulls it off.
it didn't make any sense. And this poor goblin, he probably helped me up to the top of the tree
Yeah,
at this
he's
point.
like,
It's feeling pretty bad for me.
Let me give you a
Man.
hand there,
Go
fellas.
fall again.
Spirit of the game,
Yeah, you've really been trying. So wait, now I need to look at my new things. +5, 1d, 20, right? +5 to hit. 21.
Oh, you get him right in the side. Which attack is first? Short rapier or cutlass? Scimitar.
Rapier.
All right, you needle him with a rapier. Why don't you roll damage and see if he's still alive?
8 plus. I think he's going to be 1d8 +3. 9.
You impale him in the side, and tell me what happens to him as you send him tumbling to his demise.
I say thanks for the hand up. I feel, hey, we should watch The Princess Bride sometime.
And he Wilhelm screams on his way down to the floor where you were. So, Ollie, good news.
It's a real
you now
training
have,
places there.
Yeah, you now have a nice little slightly used sniper nest from which I'm going to say you have cover. You also have, I would say, uninterrupted shots on any of the goblins on the far side of the cavern.
Okay, thanks. I was going to ask that.
I'm going to say you can hit these folks down on the floor. I would say this guy around the corner from you is probably impossible.
Yeah, that seems totally fair. And I can't get Rosethorn, can I? Probably not.
You know what? Actually, you can see Rosethorn now again. You're, in fact, the first person to have exactly where he is. You see a diminutive figure wearing a cloak with a hood and waving around. It looks like maybe a wand or a staff. Hard to tell because he's small. Over here, you have your eyes are on him.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Thanks.
All right. Big turn. Next up, it is everybody's favorite. It is Team Bugbear. I think Team Bugbear is going to converge. They're the muscle. They see who your muscle is on your party. They are going to converge on Thamia. Thamia, Morningstar attack coming your way. 15.
Nope.
Second Morningstar attack from, is it Nash? What is his name?
Grash.
Grash, 2 knives.
His name was
Nash,
Nash,
two
but he
knives.
changed it to Grash because he thought it
Lower.
sounded cooler.
10. They are swinging their morning stars, but you are dancing with your swords, and they are not connecting, and they're just getting pissed off, and they're working up a sweat, and now this general area smells like sweaty bugbear, which is it's not good. So, Diendo, good news. You're not dead. Congratulations.
I like it. Cool. I guess I'll spend half my
Yay,
move to stand up.
I'm indifferent to it.
It seems like I should be able to punch butts from a prone position, but
I think you do. Do you have disadvantage when you're attacking?
I'm
prone?
gonna do
I don't
that.
remember.
It doesn't.
But
Okay.
against
I'm standing
butts, wouldn't you have advantage on butts from a?
Yeah,
You would
'cause
think-
they're right
well,
there.
the thing is,
Advantage on butts. Title.
I only come up to
so-
butt height when I'm standing, so
Oh,
Yeah.
true.
So
That's
you're
why I
like
punch butts.
like calf. Yeah, your name is Diendo Butt Puncher, not calf puncher.
well,
so.
it's unofficial. But sure.
Yeah,
Um,
Diendo Calf Puncher is the worst hand on the farm.
Yeah.
Well,
Just
you-
milk
why do
the
we keep
calf,
hiring him?
Diendo.
All right, so I spring up from the floor and I say, "Ha ha!" And then I try to stab this bugbear that's next to me.
All right. You
Whisper.
probably have advantage or no? No, that's
Uh,
monk. That's not how monks work. Sorry, I was just
I mean, I'll
playing
take
a
it.
session earlier today with a rogue. Rogues get advantage when they have friends nearby. Monks are just twisting in the
Actually,
wind.
technically, they just get sneak attack. They don't get advantage for their friends nearby. Just FYI.
And that is good.
Monty may have been cheating the whole time. Unclear. Monty had
That
something where he
is-
had advantage. when
Wow,
somebody was
Dan,
within
way to
5
call
feet.
out Monty.
I would also like more homework,
No.
please.
No, I think you're right. I think you're Dan. I think we played it correctly. I was getting mixed up. He does sneak attack damage when
That's
there's a
correct.
friend nearby.
Yes.
It's
That is
confusing.
a 16 on that bugbear. For
16
anybody who's
hits a
interested in the
bugbear.
game that we're supposedly playing right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say thank you for moving us along.
Thank you, Steve. Steve, this is why I try to murder you. To really slow everything down. 16 hits this bugbear, this
I like it.
unscathed whisper bugbear in the side of the head.
Let's see what that does.
Wait,
That does 9 damage.
All right, the bugbear looks slightly shaken up by that. You boxed his ears pretty impressively, which is impressive given how high up his ears are.
Yeah,
What do
man.
bugbear ears look like?
I'm going to use up my last remaining key point and unleash a flurry of blows on that same fellow.
McFlurry of blows.
The 2 unarmed strikes coming your way, dude. Oh, well, one of them is a 22. The other one is only
22
a
definitely hits.
the other one's only a 14. Now, can I use inspiration on attack rolls?
I think,
This is
yeah, absolutely.
DM inspiration. That's just a reroll, right?
Yeah, I mean, technically it gives you advantage, but you could see it and say, I'm using my inspiration to roll a second die and take the higher.
Yeah, so I will do that. And that one is a 20 versus. So that is a hit.
All right, so you hit him. I've only logged damage once, so you hit him twice.
Well, I hit him once with a spear,
Yes,
and now,
I got
now
that.
I'm punching. Now I'm punching his butt twice, one for each bun.
Yes. All right.
Oh, good. That one's a 7 damage,
All right. He
and
is
the
very
second
hurt at this
one
point.
is a 5 damage.
-7.
So all told,
-5.
21 damage. No.
He is not. This bugbear started at the end of his turn, hale and hearty, and he has been speared and punched several times and looks like he's about to fall over. Yeah.
Cool. I like it. I don't think there's anything else I can do here except stand here and wait for their turn so they can all kill me.
That sounds bad. Don't do that.
There's no
let's
standard
not do that.
action that allows you to use a hit die, is there? In
Nope.
5e.
I
don't
don't
think so.
Only
think so.
certain
I think
classes can heal
dwarves-
during a fight.
I think somebody can take a short rest, right?
No, it's not that. It's the
second win.
Fighters
fighters.
can do a second
Fighters
win.
can
Yeah,
take a second
I
win.
can
Yeah.
do that. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty rare.
All right. Thamia, you are surrounded by goblins and bugbears and fire and smoke and monks and
Goblins and bugbears. Oh my. Let's go for Grash with my, what is it? What do I have? I don't even know. My big one. My
Yes.
Warhammer. That is what I'm
Mhm.
going to
Yeah,
go.
big
Hit
a
him with the big
warhammer and a
one.
little axe.
Yes.
Little axe, big hammer.
I rolled 20. Pretty sure
All
that's
right.
going to hit.
Bang, warhammer right on its side.
And I need my D8.
The bugbear, who is just out of the cone of silence, grunts noisily.
6 plus 3 is 9.
This bugbear looks unwell.
Okay, but not dead yet.
Not dead yet.
Okay, so I will take my hand axe towards him. Let's finish him off. 15 plus 5 is again a 20.
Roll
And I'm going
damage.
to roll my D4. Only 4 points of damage.
Oh, this bugbear is somehow still on his feet, even as you just knock him on the side of the head with an axe.
Oh wait, except I rolled a D4 instead of a D6 because I picked up the wrong dice.
Okay.
But do I just keep
I
the
don't know.
4 or I don't even
I'm gonna give you 1 more damage.
Oh,
He is badly
okay.
hurt.
Okay.
He is somehow still on his feet.
I enjoy the negotiation, though. What do you say to 2 more damage?
How about 2.5?
Thamia, all set?
Yes.
All right, Lee. There are a fresh goblin and 2 pretty badly wounded bugbears hanging around in your general vicinity.
I'm gonna go
Yes.
for the fresh goblin, please.
Two fresh goblins.
Bel
But
Air?
one of them is immediately. Yeah. Would you like to try the goblin? It's fresh.
Doom,
Um,
doom, 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 doom. In
I
the tree
just
in the
know
woods.
it.
I was born and raised.
No.
I do not remember the AC of a goblin, so I rolled a 14, and I don't know if that hits.
14 does not
I
hit.
think it's a 15.
Okay. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna try flurry of blows here. Oh yeah, no, never mind. I'm just gonna stand here and look pretty.
All right.
You know,
you do it so well.
swaying a little, looking a little bit
Mhm.
unsteady, but
All right.
standing here.
Ollie, you see in the distance Rosethorn kind of heading back into squeezing into a little crack behind his the crevasse that he is
Oh,
hiding
no.
in the tree. There's some movement in the branches up above, and a form appears here. He is going to fire a magic missile down at all of you. How many people are there here? 1, 2, 3, 4 good guys. So magic missile is usually 3 glowing darts. He is going to cast it at level 2 for 4 glowing darts hurtle down at you. This is magic missile. Guess what? Magic missile just hits. It's magical. Zip zop, says Rosethorn as he cackles maniacally. Zip zop! Linnell, you are going to take 2 force damage. Lee, 5 force damage.
I have deflect missiles.
Does that deflect magic missiles?
I don't know. You use your reaction to deflect or catch the missile when you are hit by a ranged weapon attack.
It's not a weapon attack.
Not a
Not a
weapon
weapon
attack.
Okay,
Yep.
so I'm sorry.
If you
said
could
it was
catch a
right.
magic missile, that
One?
would be amazing.
Wouldn't that?
Yeah, I believe you took 5. Is that the number I said?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's the number, unfortunately.
I believe it was 2. You might have
I
just
think that
gotten it
was
Two and a
flipped over.
half.
That
I
was
think that-
me.
That was Linnell. Diendo, 3 force damage, and Thamia, 2 force damage. He could have done better on that
I was going to use my cutting words on one of those.
to minimize the damage.
Yes,
Oh,
it does work. Roll a die
who would
and
you? Which of
take
the
in.
4 would you like to? Block.
I think Diendo is probably going to be in the worst shape. So let's do that.
All right, cutting
So
words
I can
away.
Use 1d6 to reduce a damage roll.
Words away.
That's 2.
All right.
So
2
that
off.
2 minus. And what did I hit you for, Diendo? More than 2?
You hit me for 3.
Yeah, so you only take 1.
Okay, I have 3 hit points. Hooray.
A magic missile
Woo.
clips you. All right. Let's see here.
Thanks, dude.
You're welcome. You
I'm
would say
changing my
if you
tune
weren't
on-
in a giant cone of silence.
Indeed. All right.
Yeah, I don't know why you don't
Um,
cast this when you play your bagpipes.
Yeah. It's a safety measure. Linnell, you are within the cone of silence, but on the edge of the fight, there are bugbears, there are goblins, and there is some strange creature casting magic missiles at you from up above.
I move
Out of the cone.
out of the cone, and then I attack this goblin here.
Mm-hmm.
Yada-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
How about a 20 to hit?
20 hits. I don't know what you're doing to him, but that will hit.
It will be a firebolt. Oh my god.
You
One damage.
lightly toast him for 1 damage as a firebolt gives him basically a really bad sunburn.
I'm starting to not like these low-level characters.
No, I'm sorry, Linnell. Makes you appreciate Elevor more, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Q Waris, you are next. Bringing us to the end of the round.
Let's see. All right, so we still got bugbears who are up, huh?
Yeah, just barely. One of them, they look like they could,
Strong
a
wind.
good hit and any hit would take them down.
Cool. I will shoot at this one back here. Which one is that? Grash.
Grash.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to crossbow.
You guys are imagining that the goblins and the bugbears have like jerseys with their last names in all caps. Well, I guess they really only have first names.
That is a
Oh.
critical. Good. I overkilled
Yes!
him with 18
All
points
right.
of damage.
Your
Good
short bow
Crossbow.
Sails
Thank you.
crossbow. Sorry, the bolt from your crossbow, because people get really mad when you say arrows from crossbows.
Oh.
Crossbow fans, don't mess with them. They're serious business. The bolt from your crossbow whizzes
Also,
across the
mess with
cavern,
them, please.
somehow threading the needle between Linnell and Thamia and hitting Grass 2 knives in the side of the head as he collapses to the ground.
I'm gonna use a
And
bonus
with that-
action.
Yeah,
with-
he is.
With that, I
and
use
with
a
that,
bonus
Q
action.
Waris will use a bonus action. Who's in charge of this podcast?
I am going to give Ollie Bardic Inspiration, so that's a D6 that he can add to an attack roll or other thing. on
So,
his-
do you want to give Guy just a quick brief on when one might use Bardic
yeah,
Inspiration?
so Bardic Inspiration is essentially I give you a D6. Within the next 10 minutes, you can roll that D6 and add it to any ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. One ability check, attack roll, or saving throw that
Yeah.
you make. You can
decide after you
roll the
die.
D20. So if you roll and you're
And-
like, that's just short or something, you can roll a
Yeah.
D6 and add it to it.
And given that a D6 is going to give you, probably 3-ish, plus 3, you at this point the armor classes of most of the bad guys. You could decide when it's worthwhile.
Use it
or not.
wisely.
Yeah. Dan, my
Oh.
plan is to just keep shooting at this last
Oh yeah,
bugbear.
you should kill the heck out of him.
Yeah.
All right. At this point, is this the turning point in the battle? One bugbear has gone down, but another remains, and the elusive Rosethorn has not taken a hit. The cavern continues to fill with smoke and fire. Our adventurers are all still standing, but some of them have taken plenty of damage. Is this the beginning of the end or the end of the beginning? It's not the end of the beginning. We're way past that. For answers to questions such as these, tune in next time for Total Party Kill as we conclude the Rosethorn adventure. Thank you and good night. Unless you're listening to the live stream or the bootleg, because we're going to keep going after a short break. But that seemed like an appropriate point to pause since this is a big fight and there's some stuff to do. Do people want to take a quick 5-minute break to do whatever they need to do, and then we'll return at the top of the order?
Sounds good.
All right.
Great.
Be back soon.
Bye, live stream.
We'll be back. Don't go anywhere.
Recording.
Live stream Hello Bootleg. We are here to, I said it last hour and I was incorrect, conclude the Rosethorn adventure. But we're in the middle of the big fight. There's probably, this can't take more than 1 or 2 minutes, and then they just got to count the money and argue over it, right?
Don't say that. It's
So-
going to take 3 hours.
Check for traps.
Mm. Let's do the thing, unless there's any reason not to do the thing.
Tony, do the thing.
Do the
Let's
thing.
do the thing.
All right.
Reference acknowledged.
Julie?
Thank you.
So welcome back to Total Party Kill. Hello, nerds. It's me, Tony Sindelar, a Dungeon Master. We are playing Total Party Kill. We are playing the mini adventure Rosethorn, which we will probably conclude in this evening's session. It's evening while we're playing. It may not be evening where you're listening. That's the magic of podcasting.
The increasingly inaccurately named mini adventure.
Reference acknowledged.
It is, you know what? It's smaller than some of our other adventures. So
Do you want to play one shot,
allow
Tony?
Yeah, it'll take between an hour and forever. Hey, Dan, is it a one shot if one player doesn't fall asleep after midnight? I think legally, no. Roll to find out what color your horse is. So that was like 4 inside jokes in a row for Dan.
That was a lot.
Yeah.
We're going
This
great.
is my guys. I've played about 6 hours of Dungeons and Dragons today because this is the second Total Party Kill episode I'm recording today due to technical issues and scheduling mishaps. Everything is wonderful. My suffering is your joy. That is the
It's
Total Party
true.
Kill promise.
It's true.
If if it's really great, consider supporting us as a member. Is something I just thought of through my caffeine-induced haze.
Finally.
If you enjoy Tony's suffering and would like to have him suffer more, support another show.
Yeah, monetize Tony's suffering, please.
Yeah. Every dollar that you pay to support Biff is a dollar that Dan will wave in my face as he spends.
Actually, it's $1 that Dan and I have to split down the middle. So
Well,
Yeah, with
take,
John,
Take
too.
that, Mulse.
Yeah. yeah, with Mulf too. Yeah, you get 33 cents on that dollar. So
All right. We are here for the final confrontation with the titular Rosethorn, the mysterious and enigmatic leader of the Brown Leaf Goblin tribe. We are in the midst of our battle. The initiative order here, it's Team Goblin, followed by Ollie, as played by Guy English. Say hi, Guy.
hi, guy.
Thank you. Followed by the last remaining representative of Team Bugbear, that is Whisper the Bugbear. Followed by
Say hi, Whisper.
Deanna.
How you doing?
Well, he's inside the cone of silence.
True, can't say anything.
So, followed by Diendo, as played by Steve Lutz. Hi, Steve.
Hello, I am Diendo Fat Rabbit, and I'm hanging by a thread.
Diendo is followed by Thamia the Goliath, as played by Cathy Campbell. Hi, Cathy.
Hi, Tony.
Next up in the order, it's Lee the Monk, as played by Aline Sims. Greetings, Aline.
It's all in the cone of silence.
Oh, sorry. Well played. The enigmatic Rosethorn is next, and toward the end of our initiative order is Linnell, as played by Micah Sargent. He's inside a cone of silence. He's quiet. This is great podcasting. And last but not least, Q Yaris, a bard. played by
Shot
Ian
through
Moore.
the throat, but I'm okay. Let's give goblins a bad day.
How long were you thinking of that?
Last 30 seconds or so.
All right, that's pretty good then. I give that a 12.
Ooh, out of never mind. Don't tell me.
Unclear. So,
Out of 100.
all right, it is still Team Goblin. I was really hoping you would murder more of them, because managing them
We
is
got 2.
cumbersome. All right, I continue to do them clockwise.
round?
Keep watching the Goblin. Goblin.
You're gonna hear from our lawyers so much today.
Yeah. The Goblin will start off. Diendo, you have stood up and attacked a bugbear, placing yourself in harm's way of a goblin. Did you mean to do that?
Yes, I did.
Oh, okay. Well, a goblin's going to try and run you through with a rusty scimitar.
Go for it.
14. Nope, 13 to hit.
I dodge out of the way nimbly.
Nice.
Hey.
Thamia, a goblin flails his little scimitar in your direction.
Bring it.
Turns
That
his
is a
lonely eyes.
slightly
That is-
more intimidating
That is nasty.
15 to hit.
Nope.
The goblin up in his alcove takes a sniper shot on you. That is also a 14 to hit. Is not very impressive.
Still not.
The next goblin is dead. This goblin over here, let's see. He could fire on Ollie. I'm going to say Ollie. Yeah, you know what? They don't like that Ollie is up in one of their sniper nooks. They are going to fire on you because they realize you are now a threat to them. So my last 2 goblins in the order are firing at Ollie, hoping they can kill him.
Did they get disadvantage because of the branches, or now?
I'm going to say you all have no disadvantage for hitting them. They have no disadvantage for hitting you.
Got it.
All right, 2 goblin shots coming your way. I rolled a 9 on both of them.
Oh, thank you, Tony. Checks in the mail.
It was not intentional on my part. So
should have taken a break an hour ago.
Yeah. Wow, that was not a great. Did I do any damage?
No.
Not a
making
great turn
making
for
up
Team
for
Golly.
a lot of damage they did earlier.
Yeah, I was on
of
a
damage
great
in the
roll
first
for a while.
yeah.
All right, Lee, you are Overwatch. You are up in a I don't know, previously used, repossessed goblin sniper point. You have a view of
Very gently
basically almost the entire battlefield. I'm going to say you have no penalties for attacking anyone, including some people that are very hard for other people to attack. You can't see Rosethorn, and you can't see this other goblin over here.
Yeah,
but otherwise you can see.
Sounds
the whole cavern is yours, sir.
Sounds fair. I'm gonna murder this bugbear, the guy standing whisperer.
All right. He looks like he is 1 arrow shot away from death.
Yeah. Okay. So 1.
And if you could deny him a turn, that would be great because his turn is next.
That would be
my
real
plan,
good.
baby. 1 + 6. Here we go. 22.
Woo! All right.
Oh,
Please
nice.
roll me
Yeah.
damage
So
and
hot.
possibly
1d8
tell me
+
how
2.
you murderize this bugbear.
D8. 7.
He is down. What happens to him, guy?
He looks up into the branches of the tree that he sees rustling where his goblin Overwatch guy used to be, and an arrow sticks him right in the head.
Ugh. Guy, I think I hear you typing the same things over and over again. Pro tip in Roll20. I think if you hit up, it'll give you your previous things if you need to do the same dice roll over and over again.
Oh, perfect. Thanks. Yeah. I got to go buy real dice again. I gave them away
okay.
last time I finished.
There is also a wonderful app called Dice by
Nice.
Peacock.
Yeah, I put it in here so that you guys can see it and make sure I'm not screwing it
Oh,
up.
it is. Well, that's probably good since you're to help you with the math. It is a wonderful app made by a person. All right.
I thought it was made by a panda. That was my understanding.
Yeah.
No, it's made by a team
Team Panda?
Of pandas?
of pandas.
The
Yeah.
enigmatic
Adorable.
panda team.
Ollie, anything else you want to do on your turn? You probably don't want to climb down from there.
Thinking about using my second wind.
Okay. What kind of action is that?
To think about
that
it
is-
or to do it?
It's a bonus action.
And that lets you get some hit points.
That lets me. Sorry, yeah, 1d10 + 2 hit
That's
points.
probably not a bad idea.
If
When
you're
else are you
down
gonna
on
use
hit
them?
points, yeah.
I've got 8 hit points right now out of possible 20, and these guys hit for about 5 or 4.
Yeah, so
and there's
2
2
shots
people who
will
can
take
shoot
you
me.
down. Yep.
So
Yeah.
Use
I
it.
would. It seems like probably what you don't want to do is be unconscious, wishing you would use
Smoke
that.
it if you got it.
yes,
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
6.
All right. So you're in double digits at least.
Yeah, you know,
All right.
still not great, but not bad. It's better than when I started the fight, so that's good. Anyway, I feel good about that turn.
That was good. You took down another big bruiser. Team Bugbear is next. Bad news, Bugbears. You're all dead.
They're dead.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's the bad news bugbear.
That was. I really feel like that
Breaking
was.
train.
I feel like that was the joke I made, but you said it in a funnier voice than me.
Yep.
Oh, snap.
Podcasting.
Unintentional. I missed it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
You know what, Steve? I think a lot of people don't appreciate my subtlety. Wacka wacka.
I don't appreciate your subtlety.
Well, it's your turn also.
Oh.
So.
Okay, well, there is a goblin in front of me who tried to take a whack at me earlier, so I'm going to take
He
a whack
did.
at him.
You're gonna spear him.
Package.
I'm going to spear him.
Don't spare him. Kill him.
22.
You know that hits a goblin.
I do. And it does 8 points of damage.
You know that is more hit points than your traditional goblin has. Do you want to tell me?
Yes.
Paint me a word picture of what is happening to that goblin.
Yeah, I
People seem
pierce
very
him with
taken
my
aback by this.
spear, and it goes all the way through him and out the other side.
And then you pull the spear back out, presumably because you want to keep it.
No, it goes all the way through him and out the other side, and then
And then
Catches
you
it
go and
on
fetch
the other
it.
side. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm like the wind. I am behind him, and I catch
All
it.
right. For next time,
Very
everybody
cool.
work on your murder narratives. So,
All right,
fair.
And speaking of
to be
like the
fair,
wind,
to be
speaking
fair,
of like the wind, I am suddenly 2 steps to the side, 2 squares to the side,
Out of the cone
and
of
I am
silence.
taking an unarmed strike at the back of this other goblin.
Oh, he does not see it coming.
Yeah.
I'm just moving some corpses as I do.
That, alas, is only a 13.
That you punch him right in his leather armor, and it does not phase him.
Curse you, leather armor!
Do you get to punch
And
him
the
again,
goblin
or
you're
just
attached to.
Nope,
okay?
I am all out of key.
All right.
So lost without it.
Yeah, I'm always losing my keys. Amia, the bugbear that was menacing you. I think both bugbears that were menacing you have been murdered by other people.
I
before
didn't
your
get
turn.
to murder them.
Nope.
Dead.
You have
Very
soaked a lot of
sad.
damage.
Yeah. Instead, I shall, like, I guess, murder the goblin. A goblin.
You could probably
Standing next
flex
to me.
a bicep and kill this goblin. So
I don't
This
know.
goblin has only been given a light sunburn
Yeah.
by
He only has 1 damage.
mhm.
Oh, except I rolled a 2. So not gonna happen with my mace or hammer or whatever it is.
You know,
I
it's
need-
hard. Goblins are small, and you swing your mace solidly through the space where a normal human-sized creature's head would be. That was
yep.
a little human-centric of
All
me
right.
there. And the goblin kind of looks up at you whimsically.
Okay, but with my hand axe, I rolled a 17.
All right, and then you chop him in the shoulder with a hand axe.
All right, and I'm rolling my d6 this time, not my d4, because I am
Classic.
rolling the correct dice. 4 plus 3 is 7.
He had slightly less than that in hit points thanks to the scorching ray. Would you like to describe your murderization of this goblin?
So with my hammer, I missed him and I was very frustrated. So I kind of did a spin all the way around to take the hand axe and just chop right in the neck, shoulder, joint area and just like sliced him in 2.
This has been a big round for Team Heroes. I started this round not too long ago with a plethora of goblins and at least 1 bugbear, and you are now, you've turned it around. The start of the fight was pretty rough, but you're now dropping bodies left and right. Thami, you could move around if you wanted to. There's nobody threatening you.
Well, I would actually like to use my second wind.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, I don't know where that is. Okay. So I'm going to use a bonus action to regain 1d10 plus 3.
Mm-hmm.
And this is 1, 2. Yep, that's the d10.
Mm-hmm.
5, 6, 7, 8. Healing that. And then in addition to that, I would like to do my thingy that I am looking for, what it's called. Rallying cry.
Oh.
Can you do that
I
in addition to your second wind?
So when you use your second wind feature, you can
Ooh.
choose up to 3 allies that can see or hear you within 60 feet to regain 3 hit points because I am a purple dragon knight.
Nice.
I feel like you don't mention enough.
Yeah.
If I was a
wearing
dragon,
a
I
giant
would-
purple dragon, like
Yeah.
Right?
don't be shy.
I mean, I have the purple mohawk,
That's
so
true.
that
You should have like a shield with a logo on it. I think is
cool. I will put
guess
that
it's-
order in.
Well, you don't carry a shield because you're using a warhammer and an axe, so you would just
Yeah.
like it would just be a decorational shield like on your back.
just in case to have,
Yeah,
just in
like,
case. Yeah.
it's made of plastic.
It doesn't do anything. It just looks pretty. I like it.
Yep,
I'm here for
it's
that.
just an accessory.
So which 3? I know obviously Diendo needs some.
I
Hit
could use some hit
points.
points.
So Diendo, take 3 hit points.
Okay.
I think
Um,
anyone
can
I'm-
use them, right?
I'm very
Yeah.
low.
So we'll do Lee and Linnell since they're next.
And in part, I don't know, is QRS out of range anyway?
60 feet.
I'm actually in range because I've been checking
Oh.
on whether I can reach them for 6 feet. But don't worry about me. I'm pretty
Yeah.
well shielded right now, honestly.
Sure, true. All
Yeah.
right.
So
Yeah.
I have a question relevant to Thamia's turn. How high up is Rosethorn here?
I think I've decided that all the little nooks in the woods are 15 feet up.
Okay.
So he's
So
30 feet
could
up.
I?
No, I said 15.
But
But he
Rosethorn's
looks like
higher.
he's higher than the goblins.
Yeah, it looks like he's on a second level.
No, he's 15.
Okay. So
Theater of the
No,
mind.
I demand that you make him higher.
Oh.
Take me
So-
higher, Tony.
So
You guys, let's negotiate. He's 20 feet up. So
So
I
I
Sammy,
think
I can
Nope.
levitate you
what?
on my
What?
turn.
oh, really
I'm
now?
an airbender, people.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
We have been
you
holding
done
holding a bunch of good stuff in reserve, I feel
I
like.
did not know that.
Have you not seen the picture?
Hold on, let me copy and paste some bugbears to even this out.
I can
Um,
only do it once per like long rest thing, so I don't use it very often. But...
No, stop that.
Yeah. If
They're dead. It doesn't hurt.
how
Um,
high can you levitate me?
20 feet.
Well played. Well played, Aline.
I think that sounds like that could be a great way for me to get up and kick his butt.
Do it.
Okay, here's
Just as long as you don't punch,
what's-
because that's
here's the
other
thing.
stuff.
No,
I
that's-
think I
yeah,
can
I won't
only
take it from
I think I can only do it up and down. Like I can't
But
push
so
you.
Is it
Can
the
I-
levitation spell or is it a
Yeah,
genasi
yeah,
thing?
it's
You
yeah.
can move laterally, I believe, with levitation, having recently been levitated through a dungeon in a different campaign.
Damn,
Okay.
don't tell them about our secret adventures.
but if I still have because I haven't
Oh,
done my movement yet.
Right.
So
Tony and
yeah,
Dale's
I can
secret adventures.
All right, so here's what I'm picturing. I'm taking my big steps. I'm running to here, and then I do a leap, and I just go and float up. How about that?
I mean, I think Aline
Huh?
can only cast levitate on her turn.
Damn, hits a
But-
wall.
Yeah, but if she does
Yeah,
it
but-
at the
Turn is
end
not-
of her turn and I do it right away.
Yeah.
she's right
Initiative
behind
order.
me.
All right, yeah.
No.
Yeah, okay,
What
so-
happens is Thamia hits the wall and then Lee levitates like up the wall. You just get like her face like.
So first off, this is awesome.
It's the Looney Tunes maneuver.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is amazing. Second off, this is very challenging for me. You've created a conundrum because someone is getting inspiration for this, and I don't know if it's Thamia or Lee. I think it's Lee. Lee, I think
Why
you're the
can't it be both?
mastermind of this. So Lee, you
Yeah,
get
I'll
inspiration.
it.
You So you gave one challenge. You are currently in a cone of silence. So
Wait,
No, but see, okay, we have been traveling
Yes.
together
All right.
for many moons of long time.
all three of us. That's
All
right.
right.
All
three
three of
of
us.
and
So
I
I
see.
feel like
I'm picking
we've
up what she's putting
practiced
down.
this.
Yeah.
When we all leveled up to level 3 together,
Mhm.
it's like,
You had a
oh,
meeting.
look at this cool thing I could do. I could levitate. It's like, oh,
We,
you
we,
could
we went out to the
levitate me.
basketball court and like
Yeah.
Thamia was like slam dunking as Lee like
Yeah.
levitates her
Yeah.
up and we're like,
Yeah.
all right, we can workshop this.
all right.
So now we can go.
Can Lee cast levitate in the cone of silence?
That's what we're saying.
It doesn't
So,
say it's a spoken word thing.
but
Yeah, it's got a verbal
Open.
component.
however,
It does. It does. 'Cause I
yeah,
don't
it's
see that.
BSM. See where
I
it says
think-
components.
Uh,
Tony,
The-
wait,
it's the-
wait. You can
but-
tell. I can
I mean-
end
Yeah,
this as a
totally
free
leave it
action,
off.
can't I?
Hold on, Lee. You only have to move 10 feet out of the cone at the start of your turn to do it, so you're fine.
Also,
This is all happening.
yeah. What I'm saying is, as part of this, since I'm part of this trio,
Mhm.
I know they're going to do this, and I think I can end it as a free action because it's just
So
concentration.
you're saying it does not even need to be your turn.
I don't think so, right? Because it's just
All
a
right.
it's just a spell that
right.
I'm just thinking about really hard.
Okay.
I can stop
Mind
thinking about
you,
something for
This
free.
is this
I can
is
quit
all
anytime
right,
I want.
This is shenanigans. Just so we're clear, everyone's clear here. This is shenanigans, right?
As it
Awesome
should be.
shenanigans.
Yes,
All right.
amazingness.
Obviously, first off, this is happening. Lee is getting inspiration for it as the instigator of this. All I need to know, it's the heat of battle. There is fire, there's smoke, there is goblin and bugbear corpses at your feet. I just need to know what is. Thamia, you look over at Lee. Lee, you look over at QRS. QRS, you look back. I just need to see in the video what are the nonverbal expressions that you're giving. Starting with
I have a note here. Linnell
Yes?
could have used brain Skype for all of them. So Linnell could have said, Lee, we need to get or Lee, maybe we could use that magical thing of yours. And then Lee's like, yes. And then I boop to Thamia. Thamia, let's use the magical thing. And then Thamia.
Oh, you can't patch them all. You don't have conference call
Yeah, I
on
can't-
Brain
yeah,
Skype.
I have
Oh.
conference
So you're
call.
like you
Yes.
still have to be the phone tree,
Yeah.
and then and then Ollie
It's
calls you and it's
telephone.
just like I'm lonely over here in my microphone. How's it going?
I got the bugbear.
Ollie's kind of upset because he thought climbing the tree was going to be a cool move.
He didn't know that somebody could levitate.
Yeah.
All right.
While this is all going on, Diendo tries to call the knell, and he keeps getting the call waiting.
All right, Thamia, it's your turn. You haven't moved yet. You murdered a
Right.
goblin. What's happening? Walk us through it.
All right. So in my spin to murder the goblin when I cut him in half, I see Lee doing the signal that she
Yes.
did that we agreed on for the leap.
I think it's just like a
levitation.
nod. Just
Lee,
like
Lee, I want to see the nod. Yeah,
just
There it
like
is.
an
intensity. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna run with my big running steps to run and leap up against the little wall thing there. Perfectly timed. So now it's Lee's turn.
All right. And as that happened, Kyoyaris, as a free action outside of the order, drops the
Yeah,
silence.
no action required according to the player's handbook.
All right. Kyoyaris does the very complicated thing of a bard of he is distracted by something and ceases to concentrate on the spell.
Did you guys see that?
And all right, Lee, it's your turn.
All right. Well, obviously, I see Thamia running. I cast Levitate.
All right.
Um,
Please describe for the dungeon master, who is me, and the listeners at home, what does levitate do?
It basically raises someone up to 20 feet.
Okay.
Where did my spell go? One creature or loose object of your choice rises vertically up to 20 feet and remains suspended there for the duration, which is up to 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I can levitate a target that weighs up to 500 pounds. Unwilling creature, doesn't matter. The target can move only by pushing or pulling against a fixed object or surface which within reach, such as a wall or a ceiling.
Like a big piece of tree.
Big piece of tree. Yeah, so that's basically it. It's just and it's a standard action.
I'm seeing that if you had cast it on yourself, you could control your own movement vertically. So this is important, Thamia. From here on, Lee controls your movement vertically. So,
Okay.
So
and
you
you're
control
kind
the
of-
horizontal. She controls the vertical.
Well, except it's basically Thamia. As long as Lee is concentrating on this, it's kind of like you're in 0G. So you probably can't run or walk, but you can push yourself.
But
off.
yeah, you don't even need to be standing on it, right? You just essentially
Yeah.
pull that move from Back to the Future 2 where Marty jumps off the building and then just he lands on the DeLorean and then he just floats upward and then you hit Rosethorn. That's gonna be awesome.
Right.
All right. So
And-
Lee, keep going, Lee.
I was just gonna say it's a concentration spell, so anytime when I let go or if I'm knocked out, she'll just float down to the ground.
Diendo
It's gonna be
tickles
like
Lee.
an abrupt.
Diendo, don't tickle
QRS
me.
is like, did you see this bug I was looking at?
All right, so Thamia and Lee, correct me if I'm wrong. Thamia is now floating in the air 15 feet up. 15 feet up inside the wreckage of the Bearded Man tree, surrounded by smoke and fire. Thamia, you are now face to face with the diminutive form of Rosethorn. This is the closest anyone has been to him, and looking at him now, nose to nose, you see that you are standing levitating in front of a rather tiny, green, warty-skinned little creature wearing a cloak with a hood, holding some kind of wand. He looks at you with trepidation. This is not what I planned! All right,
That
Lee.
his turn?
No, that was Lee's turn. He's going to do something on his turn. I'm going to have Dan look something up on his turn. It's going to be great.
Uh-oh.
Everybody loves it when I have to look something up.
I think I'm gonna stay where I am. I don't think I'm gonna use a move action, so I think I'm good.
All right. It is Rosethorn's turn. Now, as we've established, Rosethorn has a wand of magic missiles. This is what allows him to cast magic missiles because, hint, goblins are not traditionally magic missile owners and operators. So the challenging thing here is it allows him to cast magic missile at a variety of levels. Dan, or anyone else knowledgeable of Dungeons and Dragons, Is there a maximum level at which magic missile could be cast?
No. Each
Okay.
additional level provides an additional dart. He is, however, limited by the fact that the magic missile's wand has a limited number of charges.
It does indeed. I will just tell you. Well, so this is character knowledge, not player knowledge, not character knowledge. But just to make sure I'm getting the mechanics of it correctly, he fired a magic missile at level 2 before using 2 charges. He is going to fire 5 charges at Thamia because he is
All at the
terrified.
same person?
Yes.
Oh no.
I was worried that might happen.
So he is going to hit Thamia with 5 magic missiles. Thamia may still be fine because she's Thamia, but we'll see. This is going to be exciting.
Too far to debuff that, sorry.
Yeah.
No, it's okay.
Let's see. And he is basically he's leaving it all on the table here. So let me just see if I can do this in roll 20 because I think this will be easier. Each magic missile is a d4 plus 1. If I roll, is it 5d4
5d4
plus 5?
plus 5.
Okay. I wasn't sure how roll 20 was going to interpret that. So I'm rolling at 5d4 plus 5, which could be as much as 25 damage or as little as, I don't know, like 10. 16 force damage hits you, Thamia.
All right.
How are
I
you?
have 2 hit points.
Amazing.
Does she float away in an opposite and equal reaction?
I kind of feel like you should because it's force damage. But Thamia, maybe you cling to the side of the alcove. But you just took 5 bolts of force damage as he goes zip zap zip zap zip zap zip zap, and looks at you with terrified eyes as he has fired every bullet from his wand, and still the Goliath floats in front of his face. That was Rosethorn's turn. Linnell.
Did he
Linnell
expend the last charge
approaches-
on the wand?
Yeah. Does something happen when you do that?
Got to roll a d20.
Oh yeah.
Why? Some bad effect in it?
To see if it.
Nothing bad happens.
The wand
Also,
might go away.
that which might which let me tell you, not going to help him at this point, but it does diminish the value of Rosethorn to you. Next
Time
game.
out until this thing recharges.
Yeah,
Tomorrow.
Come back. Yeah,
Gonna
he has
get
to
a
wait.
cup of tea.
He's got to wait till dawn. Time out, car. So,
Parlay.
all right, Linnell, it is
I
your
need
turn.
you to make a wisdom saving throw of 12 as Linnell casts Dissonant Whispers
On who?
on Rosethorn.
Rosethorn is extremely intelligent. His wisdom is normal goblin wisdom, which is unfortunate. I have rolled a critical fail. His wisdom modifier is a 1. I have rolled a 0.
Righty.
All right, can you give us a little taste of the dissonant whispers?
I will give you
Linnell?
a little taste of the Dissonant Whispers. Your stupid wand is going to break, and then we will destroy you.
No, my plans! My plans!
You take 7 damage, and you must move as far as your speed allows away from me.
All right. Rosethorn takes 7 damage, panics, runs into the wall, and falls out of the alcove, landing with a rather resounding splat. He does not seem like he is conscious anymore, and perhaps is incapable of ever being so again.
Oh man, we leaped for nothing.
Looked awesome.
I mean, you caused him to use all of his,
You had a
his-
good
his
view of
magic
it
missile
running
on
into
you. Yeah. I mean, I think you severely wounded his ego. Linnell, anything else?
I just don't think I trust you.
That is traditional, Micah. Thank you. Friendship. Micah, friendship.
Should we tie up Rosethorn or something? Because I know there's a big X on him, but I just would hate for him to do some special comeback at the last.
Micah, have I ever lied to you?
Yes.
Oh, I mean, in Dungeons and Dragons, yeah, all the time. But have I ever lied to you outside of Dungeons and Dragons?
No.
No,
but
and
we
I
are
never
not
would.
outside.
No.
Not currently relevant.
Unfortunately, we are not outside Dungeons and Dragons.
Correct.
It can't hurt.
Yeah, so I guess I'm just gonna use the rest of my move to get over by Rosethorn,
All right.
in case we need to do some.
So
He
he looks
looks-
when the real Rosethorn explodes.
Yeah, he's just got a 6-pack of Rosethorn pinatas up there. He's just been tossing out every time.
Wait, can I roll for perception still, or no? Just
Yeah,
to
sure.
perceive
That's a free
if
action.
he's dead. Okay.
Yeah.
Check his pulse.
Oh yeah, maybe I should roll for.
Medicine?
Yeah. Oh,
Sure.
but I've got a +1 on that.
I don't know. I mean,
I'm gonna try to use perception to see if I can see his pulse.
All
on
right.
his neck or something.
is that how
that's a
pulses
5.
work?
Yep.
Uh,
Linnell's
you know
a
what?
doctor.
You're moving quickly, Linnell. You're not a real doctor, but you are a real high elf. You're not certain. It's hard to
I'm
know.
a real high elf, brother.
Yeah. All right. Anything else, Linnell?
Nope, that's it.
Hugh Warris.
So all these guys still have.
Yeah,
cover,
there
is
are
what we're
still
saying.
3 goblins who are threatening you. It looks like you have taken out all of the major threats, including the big bad Rosethorn himself, the creature for whom this adventure is named.
Convenient that. Lee, Diendo, how are you guys doing health wise?
I have 14 of 21 hit points.
I've got 6.
All
of
right.
16.
I'm gonna do a level 2 healing word on Diendo.
Sweet.
I'll burn my last level 2 slot, but I think it's worth it for 9 hit points.
Nice. That's one shy of full. I like it.
Excellent. So I've used that, and then I will step out, take a crossbow shot at the goblin over this guy over here across from Ollie, and whether or not it hits, I will just step back behind cover.
Okay.
Not great. It's 12.
Not great. Nope. Wouldn't hit a goblin standing in front of you.
That's fine.
All right. Team Goblin is next. You know, they're going to lose, but you really got to admire their gumption as they fight to the end.
Sweet.
So, who are their targets? I guess they're scared of Ollie because he is two of them are scared of Ollie. So, shortbow attacks coming to Ollie. I got a 7 and a 12. Does a 12 hit you, Ollie?
No, it's 13.
All right. That was pathetic. The other goblin over here surveys the wreckage. He sees Thamia, he sees Linnell, he sees Diendo, and he sees Lee. He's really just looking to take somebody down before he goes down. He will fire at Diendo.
Sure, why not?
Critical fail. Ollie, it is your turn.
Okay, I may do something silly but fancy here.
We're
I'm going to
here
shoot.
for it.
Yeah, I'm going to shoot at the goblin that Dan just shot at.
I actually don't remember which goblin
It's
that
the
was.
one all the way
Probably
across.
The
Yeah.
lower left-hand side.
Got it.
1d20 plus 6. 16 hits.
All right. Yes, your arrow flies true. Give me damage.
9.
You get him right in the side of the head. He topples out of his sniper spot.
Perfect. That was totally within my plan.
Was that the silly thing?
No, the silly
Wasn't
thing's
it?
coming up. The silly
Okay.
thing is that I'm going to use my movement to scramble up this hill or up this tree
Mm-hmm.
and jump on this goblin here.
You are going to try and scale along the sides of the tree to get to the next.
No, I was going to go up to the platform that Rosethorn was on, and then from my elevated position.
All right. I'm going to tell you that's going to be challenging. This is not, these are expertly crafted goblin sniper spots. This is not like an Ewok village where there's freaking
Okay.
walkways leading everywhere.
I did warn you about the silliness, and I'm going to end up using.
I did. First off, I'm going to encourage this. This is some parkouring. So here's what you're going to need to do. I think the best way is there's some branches kind of around the edges here, so you could kind of swing and do like an uneven bars kind of traversal over to that goblin. I'm going to give you an inspiration for it because it's dumb and risky, and that's the kind of behavior I like to reward.
And as a
I'm gonna
reminder,
tell-
Ollie, you still have bardic inspiration, which you can add to your any check that you need to make for this.
Yes.
And
Ollie,
I've got my action surge, which means I can take another murder at this guy.
yeah. Where did your token go?
Oh, I put it on top of him. I don't know where you want
Okay,
it.
gotcha. So Ollie,
I'm
here's
trying
the
to
tricky
indicate
thing.
to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be challenging to get there. It's your choice depending on what approach you want to take. Either a DC 15 athletics check. I figure that would be a little bit more climby to scale over there, or a DC 15 acrobatics check to swing from branch to branch to get over there.
I'm going to go with the athletics check.
All right. DC 15.
25.
I knew that was going
All
to
right.
happen. I was like, he's going to crit this.
Yes.
Finally.
All right, that goblin is like, he's looking at Diendo and just kind of cackling, be like, I gotta get this guy. And then suddenly, Ollie is in his face. You are in
Okay.
basically a very crowded little goblin hiding spot with one goblin, and you're there.
I'm thinking about just strangling him, but I don't think that.
Guy,
I know.
the
Yeah.
correct move is no one can know my secret.
No. Yeah.
You snap his neck in one swift
Yeah.
motion. That's how this
You
works.
have failed this trait.
I can't do enough bare knuckle damage on the guy
that's
to
true.
actually do that.
I think
But,
you are out of actions because you shot the guy across the way.
Actions.
I have an action surge,
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fighters, man.
Surprise!
which I'm going to use now because guess what?
What does action surge let you do?
Gives me another action.
All right.
Once per short rest. Oh, sorry, that's the long one. You can take an additional action on your turn. This could be used 1 time per short rest.
All right. What is that action going to be?
That action is going to be murderating him with my rapier
I miss Team Goblin.
scimitar
They showed so much promise.
combination.
All right.
So dual wielding my swords again. Somehow the guy he was so shocked that he let me put down everything I was carrying, get out my swords.
One second. Hold on. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The key, what you got to do as you're doing the climbing across, you're an adventurer. You got to carry the sword in your teeth, pirate style.
I think that yeah, and I've got
It
the
is a
rules to support
rapier.
it.
It is horrible for your gums, but it's effective.
It is, yeah.
Yeah. Especially because
Okay.
you didn't clean off that sword since you impaled a goblin. So
Yeah, gonna have
Aw.
to. That's
Yeah.
disgusting.
Problem.
Okay, so 1d20 plus 5. 16.
all right, you skewer that goblin. Will you slay a second goblin on the same turn, Ollie? It depends how much damage you roll.
28 plus 3. Dan, I can apply your
You
thing
can't
here,
do it
right?
to damage.
Not to
That's
damage.
the only
Oh,
thing
not
you
to
can't
damage.
do it to. Yeah.
Okay. 11. Good enough.
That's
Wow.
unnecessary.
You don't need it.
Yeah, that things, you know what? That he spent the whole fight just hiding in his little nook, firing arrows down at you, thinking no one would ever come and visit him. And suddenly an archer swooped in and stabbed him in the side of the head, and he never saw it coming. That is the story of this goblin.
I love it when I make a character as a lark and then it just actually works out.
Yep.
Pretty fun.
Ollie, I think you're probably done.
Yeah, I think I'm done now.
You want to
All
kill
right.
that guy across the way? You got anything left?
Uh,
What's in the tank?
Diendo,
I can't. Yeah.
you are somehow still alive, surrounded by your friends and the corpses of your enemy. The room still smolders. One cowardly goblin is far away, high up in a cypress nest. I don't know if
Yeah.
you can do anything about it. I don't even know if you care to do anything about it. Perhaps there is other business you wish to conduct
I
here.
could just
in this
sit
hollow.
down and start looking through my backpack. You know?
Mhm.
I could inspect a mustache.
I actually have a plan for
Uh,
dealing with this guy.
Well, I'm just going to start running at him,
All right.
see if he freaks out. and
Dan, does
surrenders.
Diendo running at the guy interfere with your plan?
Nah, that's all right. If it
Alright.
works, if it comes around to me and it's ready to go, great.
All right.
I can't promise it'll work, but I have an idea.
Now I probably cannot. Yeah, I can take a.
You can probably move and then use the dash action.
Yeah, does that lower my defenses or anything?
I don't think it does in 5e. I think that was
Nope.
a 4e thing. Am I making up stuff?
Nope, you're
I'm
good.
really
it's just,
bad at
it's
moving
just
between
using
editions.
your action for a move.
It's trading down.
Yep.
So I would have 20 move left. Can I start climbing the wall here?
You have 20 move left after
a
getting
monk.
there.
I got 35 move.
Okay, I would say 20 is not because it's half. You'd only get up halfway, but you could
I'm
certainly
cool with
try.
that.
It would. Let me just tell you, if you were clinging to the side of the thing, he would have disadvantage to hitting you. I'll say that.
Yeah.
So,
all right. I'll start up.
Yeah, give me an athletics check, DC 10.
Okay. Oh, it's 11, so I don't even
Yeah,
care about
so
my
you're-
modifiers.
Yep. So you're climbing up the thing. He cannot easily hit you from there. All right. Thamia.
So I'm still floating.
Oh yeah, you're still up there. Yeah.
Do you want to not be floating?
I mean, I'm torn because on the one hand, I have 2 hit points left, but there's nobody on the ground that I can attack anyways. But the goblin may decide that he wants to come after me. So maybe I give the signal.
Can't you just
to
push
you.
off from the wall and
Yeah.
sail across?
That is true. But you have
That's
two.
a good
You
point.
do have 2 hit points, so you're kind of drifting across. That's
Don't- you
kind of a
just- you
slow
don't-
target.
Yeah,
I don't
you don't
know
want
if I
to.
can make it over there.
And like, if Lee takes damage, the concentration ends, and then you're high up in the air with 2 hit points, and that's a bad physics question. I think is the.
No,
She
there's a
floats
roll.
down. She floats
Well,
down.
but
No, she'll
see-
float down.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so can I can't make it over there. Because it'd be amazing if I'm like floating and
I
I'm
think
like,
your ability to propel yourself is very limited.
Be a
Darn it.
strength check though.
Oh yeah, strength
All right, hold on.
versus
Let-
like I'm not moving.
All right, hold on. We're gonna think about this. All right. So the goblin is 65 feet away.
Yes,
What is your move speed?
30.
30. If you're levitating,
She's
so
not
it's like
moving,
you're
she's
weightless.
pushing.
She's pushing. So if you use, and you're a Goliath, you're big
Yeah.
and meaty. So if you did, if you just took your feet and pushed off the wall next to you, you could send yourself sailing over that direction.
Yeah.
Does that make sense so far?
Yes.
Is
yes.
somebody tell me if I'm thinking about this wrong?
Oh,
No?
No, I think we're all on the
That
same
works.
I
page.
think
All right.
that's we're all thinking.
Give me an
that.
athletics check to launch yourself across
Okay.
the.
18 plus 5.
Okay, you are sailing like a missile across the chamber. Where do you want to be?
You gonna tackle the goblin or what?
Yeah, prone.
So, because I'm at 20 feet, right? So I'm like 5 feet above the goblin.
Mm-hmm.
So I would
Oh my
like
God,
to
Lauren.
float over the top of him. Hope that's the wrong thing.
I would like to
Um,
reach up and tickle her as she goes by.
Well, she's the drum. Diendo, she's a good 10
I'm
feet
10
above
feet
you.
I've got a spear.
above you.
The spear tickle. Classic
Diendo,
spear tickle.
how long a
Classic.
spear have you been carrying this whole time? Diendo,
Well,
are
that's
you
kind of a personal
you-
question.
are
Tony,
you a
but-
halfling walking around with an 11-foot spear? That just seems awkward.
I'm
all right.
Amazing.
uncomfortable.
So we have allowed you, Thamia. You are floating in the vicinity of the goblin's little
We have
final
allowed you.
sniper hiding spot. You're floating in the air, I guess, a 10 feet above him, so out of sword range, both for you and for him.
Yes. But since Lee can like stop it in like it's not an action, it's
Mhm.
just a stopping concentration.
It's concentration, yeah.
Yep.
And you guys were practicing with this over spring
Yep.
break. Yep.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Basketball court.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep. She knows what I'm thinking.
And only she does.
Yep. So as I get over the goblin, she stops it so that I land basically on top of him so that I can take my hammer and basically just smash it down on top of his head.
That was one option.
All
The other
right.
option is just drop your hammer on him.
You could have. Oh, I was saying you could also just fall on it.
Yeah.
Also,
You are Goliath and he is a goblin.
It's
All
true.
right.
It's true.
All right. Here's the challenging thing. I think you practice this obviously.
Obviously.
Um,
yeah,
But you
obviously.
have launched yourself across the cavern, flying basically in 0G with the power of the levitate spell. You managed to aim yourself perfectly for the goblin's little sniper spot alcove. You are flying across the chamber. You're in the air just above him. Lee is focused, ready to drop you so that you can land perfectly and attack the goblin. I need to see an acrobatics check from you, Thamia. Do you stick the landing?
All right, blow. Everyone blow. All right. I got a 15.
That was the number I had in my head. You land
Fantastic.
expertly. The goblin vomits. Free action.
Fair.
And now I believe you're going to roll an attack on him.
I am with my correct dice, the D8.
It turned
7
out you guys brought an air genasi to a goblin fight, and that was the right choice.
7 plus 3 is 10.
Okay, the goblin is terrified, but you miss.
No, that was the damage roll.
Oh, did you hit him?
Wait,
You have to roll.
I forgot.
First.
I roll my D20 and I'm like, do.
I have made you make several rolls in this long turn.
Yes, and that's okay though, because I got the unicorn, which means I got a crit.
All right, Thamia, you have jumped into the air. You have been powered up into the sky by Lee. You have terrified a goblin wizard who emptied his magic missile wand into you as you glowered at him before Linnell compelled him to fall to his death. You then launched yourself across the chamber, tumbling and falling through the air to land effortlessly next to this goblin, terrifying him as you rolled a critical. Please tell me, what is the last moment of this goblin's life like?
All he sees is this gigantic purple thing flying across, hammer on his head, squishing him down like an accordion.
Very Looney Tunes.
Yes, very Looney Tunes. Yeah.
All right. And as this final goblin tumbles to his demise, the fire in the brown leaf starts to kind of fade out into just a glow, and you stand in the wreckage of what was once the proud, noble, no, not noble, inventive, annoying, definitely annoying brown leaf goblin tribe. Their civilization in wreckage, their leader incapacitated, and is this winning? This is probably winning. You are out. You are out of combat.
We win.
Hooray!
I think I'll compose a victorious song to remember this
What would you
occasion
like
by.
to do next?
Check all the bodies.
All right.
All of them.
The goblins' pockets are filled with horrible things. Looking
Like what?
slugs. One of them just has like a pocket full of like burrs, and it's like, why do you have this?
Birds?
Burrs, like, you know, the
That was
spiny,
that was
sticky
Rosethorn. He
things.
was a magician
Yeah.
in his spare time. Doves.
Yeah. One guy
tonight.
One guy has just like an angry looking hedgehog in his pocket, and it's like, why would you do that to a hedgehog? You know,
Poor hedgehog.
one guy just has a bunch of old wet leaves. Goblin
This
culture
is great treasure. You really talked this up, Tony.
I know.
You
It's
really
a good
talked this
thing we
up.
have the entire round. Like,
Where is supposed to check this
episode.
throne that was on fire?
Rosethorn is it looks like Rosethorn is in the final stages of death. Rosethorn does have he has a wand that seems to allow him to cast magic missiles. Perhaps it's a wand of magic missiles. He also has a somewhat strange looking headband. And as QRS pokes around QRS, you discover it's barely hidden, but tucked behind the throne is a rather impressive looking lockbox.
Ooh.
Should we try to bring Rosethorn around so we can bring him to justice, or
It's
are we
up to
just
you.
gonna let him bleed out?
What is justice?
I can make a medicine check to stabilize
I
him if you
mean,
want.
we may be looking at it. Just
Mhm.
Justice is using him as a puppet to open that lockbox, just in
Oh
case.
no!
Yeah.
Just in case there's a trap.
Good.
Yeah, is it
I
is
like
it
it.
is it
That's
got
smart.
like a padlock or something on it, or just a lock?
Do you want to yeah, I mean, it's a lockbox.
I'm gonna roll perception on it and see.
The word lock is in the name.
12.
It looks pretty locked.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can try to open it, but I don't have thieves' tools. So does anybody else have thieves' tools?
I do.
Okay, I'll bring it to Diendo.
All right.
just a straight
Diendo,
dexterity
it does
check,
occur
right?
to you that the lockbox might be trapped. This Rosethorn character seemed nefarious.
Trixie.
Are you
Yeah.
proficient with?
And
those
in fact,
tools?
as we
I am.
potentially deal with
Yeah, you
traps,
can add your
it might be
proficiency.
important for people to think about where are they, who's doing what, who's helping with what, where do you want to be?
I love the idea of this guy just having trapped his box and then just filled it with rocks so that Diendo gets his comeuppance.
Oh, my go bag.
Yeah, right. That'll only be fair.
These are the rocks.
Yeah,
So
will
slow it down.
inspect it for
Who's
traps
doing what?
first.
Who's doing what? Who's doing what?
So I'm hanging out on my ledge, far away
right.
with my 2 hit points.
Things are great up there. There's a bunch of arrows crudely made by goblins ready. They were ready to shoot arrows at you all day. There's
I'm still
there's
on
like
your
a
ledge as
there's
well.
a
I'm just
goblin there's a
dangling from it.
goblin sack lunch.
Oh,
I mean,
goody.
what you assume, there is an old greasy sack here. Do you want to look in the sack?
There's also a goblin lunch flying free.
Dan, don't look in a bag, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's in the
Somebody
bag?
say a bag?
Yeah, Cathy hasn't been on that podcast. Cathy, do you want to look in the bag?
No, I
made of
remember the
flesh?
bag.
She was in
of
the other
rats.
podcast with the bag.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm 2
I
for
forgot
2 on
that I
bags.
recommended
I don't
you
know what
guys-
the problem is.
Yeah. Hey, didn't I give you a good bag in another adventure, Dan?
No, I don't remember.
You got a bag of holding?
made
I
of
do have a bag of
flesh?
holding, but yeah.
No, it's made of like greasy paper. All right. So Thamia is inspecting her goblin hiding spot. Diendo, what are you doing?
I'm just dangling from the wall.
All
Yeah,
right.
look at this damn lockbox.
Diendo and
From up
QRs
on
are
the wall.
inspecting a lockbox. Lee, what are you doing?
I'm gonna go over to Rosethorn and stabilize him.
All right.
We can always kill him
After
later.
he's roped,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
After he's
Yeah.
roped.
He's tied up. He is badly injured. He is a goblin.
Take his headband.
He's mutteringly. He's like, it's all gonna work out. He's unconscious, but muttering.
The headband.
And
He had a weird
nope,
headband.
Rosethorn. He's like talking in his sleep as he's unconscious.
Oh, no, he's in the wizard
Y
state.
equals 4 minutes, and then you you slip the headband off him. Lee, is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
All right. It's a kind of ornate chunk of some kind of vaguely precious metal, and it feels powerful. As soon as you slip it off him, he just starts kind of mumbling, "Gadzooks."
Vaguely precious.
Gadzooks,
that's-
really?
Gadzooks!
This is a Looney Tunes episode.
Bro. Ugh.
Bro?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I
he
think
seems
Rosethorn's
and
my
he just-
favorite character.
He just starts kind of grunting.
More of a
all right.
Rosethorn.
I'm gonna.
Uh,
Can I ask Linnell, how's your arcana? Can you like check this?
Yeah, I
headband
can
out?
check out the bro. Yes, I can check out his bro mumblings. Oh, you
All
mean
right.
the headband?
Yeah.
well, he's in
Yeah.
the wizard state. He might actually have some spellcasting abilities. Watch
Let's
out.
see.
Count the buttholes.
23,
That's the only way to be sure.
23 Arcana.
all right. What are you inspecting, Linnell?
The bro headband. The headband.
The
thingy.
headband, which your friend Lee is holding in her hands, is a headband of intellect. You study this. This is a uncommon magical item.
Oh.
Anyone who is wearing this has the intelligence of 19.
So this is
That's
a Flowers
awesome.
of Algernon
Wow.
situation here
Yeah.
on here.
If your intelligence is already 19 or higher, it has no effect.
That's so cool.
What's your
Intelligence is 7.
Linnell?
My intelligence is 15. But I'm a wisdom because I'm a warlock. Wisdom is my
Wisdom base.
magical.
Okay.
Lee, there's also,
Technically.
there is an expended wand of magic missiles at his feet that is also a decent magical item for someone to have.
Yeah, I'm gonna
All
pick
right.
that up too.
On the other side, I should check in. Ollie, do you want to be doing anything during this as people are searching the whole throne room?
I'm just gonna check the corpse next to me, but mostly just brood and
Mhm.
think about hunting down Top Hat Jr.
All right.
Oh no.
You'll
Top
be
Hat
doing
Jr. is
that
already
alone.
enrolled in a trade school. He's doing great.
Okay.
That was
All right.
fast.
Yes. Please, don't.
10-minute fight or whatever.
Goblin you.
Education is much better funded in this fictional fantasy world than in
Oh.
America.
White sparrows
So-
in need of plumbers, okay?
Yeah. All right. Meanwhile, so Q Yaris and Diendo are kind of near Thamia's nook. You are inspecting this lockbox. It is pretty heavy. It's basically the whole thing is made of kind of iron with iron bands around it. Seems like whoever built this did not want anyone getting into it. I guess, if you're going to keep a box in a goblin throne room, you probably don't trust all your goblins. So who is doing what vis-a-vis this goblin lockbox?
Well, I'm going to perceive it, see if I can identify any obvious traps.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it is a 1, which I think I can re-roll because it is an ability check, right?
Oh, because you are a halfling.
Yeah, it's a D20, so that is an 18 perception.
All right, you study this trap carefully. This trap. Sorry. Haha.
You really tipped your hand on that one.
Whoa, there might be a trap here. friends.
he rolled an 18. You
This
studied
trap
this.
seems like it might be trapped. How diabolical.
This trap might have stuff inside of it. This box is devilishly protected. It is set up so that when it is open, tiny darts erupt from it and
Wow.
attack all creatures within 15 feet.
I thought you were going to say bear traps, and I was going to leave.
Does anybody have
They- and-
mage hands?
You suspect that the darts are poison. Because why not?
Can
If you're
we
going to shoot
disarm?
darts,
You just had to bring the lockbox over by me, didn't you? You just
Yeah,
had to
I was-
take it.
I was
can
keeping
heal
track of where
you.
it was going.
Can we disarm it?
You could try.
Why don't
Is that a
we?
Thieves' Tools thing?
Yeah. First of all, 2 questions.
I'm also going to tell you. You also sense Diendo because you rolled really well. There's some runes. You're a little less Arcana inclined, I think, or at least that was not what you're looking for. But there is seems like just in case a lockbox that shoots darts with poison in every direction was not enough for you. You are also aware that there is a second trap that is magic based.
Can we just drop Thamia on it and open it that way?
That is not a traditional way to open a box. No, in fact,
It
that
worked
might
for the
It's also
goblin.
not a
We opened him
traditional
pretty
way.
quickly.
Part of us
Kill
is
the
traditional.
goblin.
Tony.
honestly, if anything, that might close the box further.
Can I make an Arcana check to see what it would take to disable the magical trap?
Yeah.
Nope.
Can you?
I
What did
can't.
you
Hold on. Give me that headband.
Oh, dang it.
Linnell
How long does it
wanders-
take to? Does that thing? Can I just put it on, or does it require attunement?
Pretty much
That's
everything
gotta be
requires it.
attunement.
Yeah, almost everything requires
That's
attunement, right?
disappointing.
Requires attunement is the first thing it says under headband.
Well,
Intellect.
fine. Give
I
me an
rolled
hour, and I'll open
Arcana
that thing.
and
I'll
got
crack
an
that thing
8.
right open.
Linnell,
That's a
you
great 8. Good job.
Linnell, you head over and you're like, oh.
Oh,
What's
Just
the big
for
deal about
funsies, I'm going to
boxes?
check it with my -1 intelligence modifier.
Yeah, what? No.
Oh, well, that's a 2, so I was hoping to show these two knuckleheads
jeez.
up, but
No,
alas.
yeah.
Okay.
This thing is
Yeah, no,
scary,
the idea-
guys.
The end of the idea that they could put magic in a box is unsettling to you.
Do I need a check too?
yeah.
Do you want to roll Arcana on the box?
Are
Do
you
wanna
like
jump
peering
down?
over from the edge? You're like, guys, I'm looking.
Yeah, might as well. I've got +0, but it can't be
Can't
worse.
hurt.
I mean,
I literally
Yeah.
rolled a 1. It cannot be worse.
I got a 16.
Nice.
Thamia drops down from her spot and it's just like, yeah, look at this. Thamia, there is somehow that this box has been set up to cast a burning hand spell on anyone nearby when it opens. That's right. Darts with poison and fire.
This guy's
Somebody
a jerk.
really doesn't
We
want
don't
you to
want
get into this
anything
box.
that it
It's
has.
full of
I'm
rocks,
sure.
though,
No.
isn't it?
Yeah.
And I will tell you at this point,
The halfling inside.
so Anthamia, you know what? I'm going to say that you basically figure out how to disarm the magic part of the box.
Sweet.
Okay, then
Um,
let's just wake Rosethorn, and I can do my really intimidating nonsense to him, and we'll get him to tell us how to open it the rest of the way.
Either that, or we all move far enough out of range of the darts, and then Ollie just shoots an arrow into it.
Oh,
I swear to God, I was thinking of that.
Ollie, do you have an arrow with a key on the end? And the arrow, it's like
I,
set up
did,
so
I
it's-
have exactly a lockpicking arrow. Yes.
All right. Do you want to do that?
Sure.
If you
Yeah.
let me have the
All right.
fantasy of a lockpicking arrow, sure.
Sure, why not? It really just has to open it.
Yeah.
So, I guess you guys take cover behind the throne.
yes.
Rosethorn is there. He's kind of regaining consciousness, but he's still groggy. He's tied up, and he no longer has his headband of intellect. So he's just looking on with shock and surprise as Ollie pokes out from behind the throne, fires a key arrow at the
I'm still
thing.
up in my. I'm still up
Oh,
in my.
still your Overwatch
crow's nest.
spot.
Yeah, he's not gonna
All
make
right.
it easy. He needs to shoot
It
from far away.
sails through the air, hits the chest. The chest lid pops open, shooting darts in every direction and fire. But you are all well out of range. The range on those is all 15 feet. You have disarmed the horrible trap that is the lockbox. Who wants to look in the box?
Well, yeah.
Everybody
Now
knows.
it's
Let's
untrapped.
just leave it.
Safe.
Let's just leave it.
Yeah, let's
I'm
walk
not that
away
interested now that it's just sitting there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
all right.
boring.
And
I'll go
so
look.
you leave back
I'll
to
go
White.
look.
No. I'm opening the damn box.
Go look.
I'm looking.
All right. Was that Lee? Lee said.
Oh no,
Lee,
it's
you're
Gwyneth
going
Lisa
Paltrow's head.
first.
How'd that
You
get in
can,
there?
I don't care.
I'll do
All
it,
right.
Lee
yeah.
said it first.
All right. QRS and Lee, you head over. You look inside. The contents of the box are a little confusing. It looks like a small doll that is
Oh God.
styled
what
to look
dolls
like
are
a
these?
goblin. It has sparkly red eyes.
I shoot
Uh,
it. I shoot it. And
It is in QRS. I don't think anyone's picked it up. I don't think you can see it yet, Ollie. And there's a bunch of weird, filthy copper pieces that have been. They each have like a little like goblin. Maybe it's intended to be Rosethorn goblin face, kind of painted cartoonishly on each side of them. There's about 200 of them.
He's going to start his own currency.
Mm.
It's cryptocurrency.
Yeah, this is.
Doll
it
I
is
can't
hidden
explain.
Would you
Rosethorn
like to-
bucks. I roll perception.
But you could just ask the
on
dude.
what?
I got 15 on the doll.
On the doll. You inspect the doll. Do you pick up the doll, or are you just looking at it with your eyes?
Let's start
Don't
with my
touch it.
eyes.
Yeah, don't
your
touch
eyes?
it.
Don't touch it.
Dan, right eye, left eye, both eyes. What are we talking here?
Wait, you're touching the doll with your eyes? That has got to be unhygienic.
That's not safe, Dan. It's a goblin doll. Wash your hands and your eyes.
Eyes in the
No.
back of my head. Yeah, I'm examining it.
All right, you examine the doll. You gave me a 15 perception. You know those eyes on that doll, they're gleaming. Looks like they might be rubies, possibly
Ooh.
valuable rubies.
Mm.
Do they
You wanna
make like a
examine the
tinkling
doll?
sound?
Yeah. Ding. Do you want to do anything else to the doll?
Sure, I'll pick it
I'm
up.
gonna.
Oh, sorry,
I want to roll an Arcana check on it, and I got a 20, so 21.
Nothing could feel less magical than this horrible goblin doll.
Cool. I'll take it.
All right. You take it. As you pick up the goblin doll, it feels. I mean, even for goblin toy construction, this doll feels kind of bumpy and hard and lumpy.
Ooh.
Does not feel like a good doll.
Is there something inside it? Can I open it up?
How would you like to open the doll?
I got like
You
a
know-
dagger.
Goblins are also lumpy and hard and bumpy, so
Right.
it actually is a pretty decent representation.
So, sometimes they're squishy or stained.
Well, after Thania falls on, I'm
stain.
sure.
All right. Qyaris, what are we doing?
I'm taking a dagger and I'm turning the doll over and I'm just like cutting,
Surgery.
the back.
All right. Several small.
It screams.
Yeah, no. And as does Linnell.
Spiders
For the
oh my
goblin-
God. pouring
was-
out.
What are you doing?
Why
several
does it scream?
because in our non-canonically the doll is tied to your leg and they have now cut it. No, several precious gemstones fall out of the goblin doll.
Ooh.
QRS, I don't know who's tracking money. I don't know how much money you have picked up. Each
None.
ruby of the eye is worth about 100 gold pieces. That's
Ooh.
200 gold pieces.
Taking some notes.
And there's several smaller gemstones that were hidden inside this doll, totaling an additional 132 gold pieces. So this doll, the doll and contents of the doll, minus the doll parts that are worthless, is worth 332 gold pieces.
Got it.
far.
Although some of these may belong to the gem merchant.
But he doesn't know. Won't hurt him.
Anything else that you want to do?
I think we should everyone should roll perception for the room to see if there's
Mhm.
anything maybe
Also-
hiding or hanging out.
Before we leave this box, we had a bunch of copper pieces with like just normal copper pieces. Are they worth anything?
Would you like to inspect them more? Or also, QRs, you're doing a lot. I don't know if somebody else wants to do
somebody
something.
else want to take a look at these copper pieces and see if they're worth
Ollie,
anything?
if you want to do something, you got to leave your sniper spot. I'm sorry.
I'm just doing perception.
Okay, you're looking in the box.
He's got
across
eagle
the room.
eyes.
No, he's doing an around the room look.
Around
Sorry,
the
yeah, I'm taking
Uh,
Mike's suggestion. I'm just doing
all right.
room check.
Excellent. Ollie, you search around the room. Ollie, you discover there are little passageways connecting all of the various sniper spots, and you peeking through these, you see that there are some kind of little storage nooks off the sides of the chamber, and it looks like they are full of all the things looted from the goblin raids. There's bolts of silk, barrels of ale, dried meats, some farming equipment. It looks like a good 400 gold pieces worth of stuff, though it is stuff that was stolen from merchants. So up to you whether that is spoils of war or things that you'll return to the proper owners.
Well, I think Diego and I
um,
are gonna have a pint. Step
yeah.
one.
Yeah,
I've already started.
skim a little off the top.
Tendo's hiding behind the altar, chugging a beer right now.
Yeah.
Where are
You
they?
brought-
Should I put my guy anywhere?
They're not shown
Okay.
on the map. So
Yeah.
theater of the mind.
Um,
Linnell, you're doing something.
With that 15, I just want to do a double check of the throne and throne area.
Other
to make
than
sure.
the lockbox, the stores that Ollie has discovered, the wand of magic missiles, the headband of intellect, it seems like you have discovered all the things there were to discover. There's lots of other goblin things of various goblin construction that are awful.
Got it.
Anyone else? Q Yaris has done some stuff. Ollie's done some stuff. Linnell, Diendo, Thamia, Lee, anything you want to do?
Somebody
But
want
Deanna knows a thing or two about fake money, so he's going to check out these.
Do you? Is that part of your backstory?
I'm an urchin. These are
Canon.
the kind of things you got to do when you're an urchin.
All right. What would you like to? You want to roll investigation on this money?
Sure. That is. What is my investigation? Oh, it's a
Use
negative
intelligence space.
one.
Okay.
So that's 11.
All right. Yeah, it looks legit to you, even though it has a goblin face painted on it.
Hooray, pennies.
Anyone else?
I'll check out the money too.
All right.
6.
6.
6.
You know, you're a monk. You don't tend to get mixed up in currency much. Seems
All right.
makes sense to you. This is goblin bucks.
I will inspect it. What is it? Perception?
I have been asking people to do investigation.
Oh, investigation. 17.
All right, Thamia, you are, you worked as a mercenary. You've been around a little while. You think that your friends are perhaps they got hit a little too hard in this battle. But you pick up one. The weight of it is off. You bite it, and kind of the surface kind of just scratches right off. These
Ew,
are
don't put that
not.
in your mouth.
It's chocolate.
Ew.
These are not copper pieces. These are not copper. The chocolate. Do not eat goblin chocolate. That is a bad undertaking. These are, in fact, I believe they are. Hold on. Let me make sure I get the name correctly.
Cockroaches.
These are platinum pieces that someone has painted with a goblin face to disguise their true value.
Excuse
for-
me?
Wait, how many of them are there?
204.
204
What?
platinum pieces?
Yeah.
What?
Would you like to explain to people what platinum pieces are, Dan?
No, they're worthless. I'll just take these off your hands.
Dan?
Excuse me. I ate them. I will take them.
You're going to have to wait 4 to 6 hours first.
Fine. Yeah, platinum piece is 10 gold.
And gold
pieces?
apiece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 200. So,
So-
there's 2,000 gold here.
Yes. 2040, right?
Plus the gems.
Plus the
Plus the
gems.
gems.
332.
All
This
right.
would be pretty
So-
exciting if gold meant anything in D&D.
Hey, we live in a capitalistic society. Do not. James Thompson bought a robot panda. What have you done with your money?
I bought this T-shirt.
Yeah.
I had like
Please-
10 gold pieces.
Please, I think that was given out for free with a credit card, Diendo. All right, Dan, I think you've been keeping track of the money. I think there's a quick ethical decision you need to make about which stuff you keep for yourself and
We'll
which
keep the
stuff gets
platinum.
divided by 6 as you make your way back to White Sparrow, a grumpy and surprisingly much less talkative Rosethorn in tow to be handed over to Sheriff Ruth Willowmane.
His name is Charlie now, by the way.
Yes. Tell me about the rabbits, Diendo. For you have conquered the adventure of Rosethorn. You have robbed him of his intellect. You have robbed him of his name. And you have completed this adventure. Some of you have leveled up to the next adventure. Some of you will return in Mini Adventure 6, which is after Mini Adventure 5. This is Mini Adventure 4, I think. I don't know. I've lost track of everything. All that's left in this adventure is for me to thank our players for undertaking this undertaking. Don't write these ahead of time, people. There's no questions to be asked. Everything has been asked and answered. First off, Cathy Campbell.
Wait, what
thank
about
you.
that hand, Tony?
Nope. For answers to questions such as that, keep listening to Total Party Kill. Keep circulating the hands. Cathy Campbell, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for letting me float like a butterfly and sting like a hammer.
Yep. Oline Sims, I play D&D with you every Tuesday, and yet somehow that is not enough. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. I'm glad I could levitate. Damn you.
That was awesome.
Very Air Genasi-esque. Micah Sargent, thank you for rolling up a new character. Thank you for being here.
Thanks, Dungeon Buddy.
Next up, Dan Morin. I don't know if legally I'm allowed to play Dungeons & Dragons without you at least somewhere nearby.
Oh, I know you have.
Dan, you get to be in like 2/3 of D&D. Easy. Don't
That's fine.
stop fighting me.
Thanks, Tony.
Is this Doritos dust on your collar? I know where you've been.
Steve Lutz. Steve Lutz, it's always a party when you're around. Thanks for being here.
Oh, it's always a party for me to be near you, Tony. You know that.
And Guy English, thank you for your inaugural what did we do?
Outbreak.
Guy English, thank you for your inaugural appearance here on Total Party Kill. I think I've been talking to you about this for like a year. I think I first mentioned it at Dan's wedding, which was almost a year ago. So obviously I move quickly is what I'm saying. Thank you for being here.
I really had a lot of fun. Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Please come back sometime soon. That's everybody, right? I didn't miss anybody. There's so many of you. I've been Tony Sindelar. I have been your dungeon master. Please continue to listen to Total Party Kill. Please consider supporting the incomparable if you really, really like our stuff and have money to spend. We appreciate all your thoughts and feedback. There will be more adventures in lots of formats. Good night, nerds.
Good night, nerds.
Good night, nerds.
Nerds.
The end. Oh gosh, that was a lot of D&D today.
Tony.
Yeah, it was.
Wow. Good work, Tony.
All right.
I'm
stop
level 3. I'm level
recording.
3.
That was
Save
so good.
recording. That was an
That
Had a
amazing.
blast.
Longer than I thought, but that was a
Ending.
good big fight. You guys did great.
You would think after all this time, you would not be saying things like that took longer than I thought.
Because it always takes longer.
I always add in, and then you guys always somehow up it.
We
So,
exceed expectations. That's on our business card.
you know, it's 6 players it makes everything go a little bit slower.
It's a little
Yeah.
slower, yeah.
For sure.
But it's all good. You guys were great. I really like, this is the 5th adventure I played. I like the weird mix and match of all the different player types, and you guys made some really fun characters. So it's been
As players, you were only okay. But as characters,
Yeah, you know.
great.
Also, I totally didn't realize that I have both Stone's Endurance and Action Surge, so I could have taken less damage